This here video is covered by fair use. I'll be covering some of the comments of Paulie Malignaggi. You know what I'm saying? Once again, this is covered by the Fair Use Act. We're only going to use some of it. Let's see.
Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps that I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, y'all know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game in the gang will it cost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibe, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a peace, man. I ain't got no time for appeasement. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up!
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the evening.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a beast. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibe, I'm the kingpin.
Boxing in the building. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? It's been a long weekend, man. A lot of transitioning, you know what I'm saying, with this fight. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney, undisputed champion. He, you know, there's been a lot of backlash going on, man. I am looking out at the outcry, you know what I'm saying, of all the white men that are crying on TikTok, on all social media platforms, that this was a robbery, for Lomachenko. He got robbed, and they're just keeping up a narrative. They know this shit is fake. It's fake. They're keeping up a narrative because I'm going on. I mean, they're doing like extensive videos. You got Paulie Malignaggi, which I want to go over here today, covered by Fair Use, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things he's saying. Now, he said that he got Lomachenko 8-4. He had him 8-4 winning the goddamn fight. And I'm just like, bro, you know what I'm saying? When are we going to stop the cap? You know what I'm saying? When are we going to stop the cap in this boxing space, bro? You know what I'm saying? I understand that people love Lomachenko because of his pedigree. The nigga is like he's boxing royalty because he won 2 gold medals and he had such a dynamic, amateur career, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? You can have your amateur career, my brother. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad you had a stellar amateur career, but they want to give him all kind of accolades. Somehow it's bleeding into his pro record, right? Because every time they mention Lomachenko, they hold him in such high esteem because of his amateur. Somehow it gets tacked on that. He has a stellar amateur career. He won 300 or something amateur fights, right? No, man, nobody don't give a damn that, so the amateurs do not, that does not, it helps you, but it don't give you any cachet on your record. People just look at you like, you got potential to be a star. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention that Lomachenko got every goddamn championship opportunity that there was in boxing, right? So I'm not saying Lomachenko is a bad fighter, but I'm just saying the praise and the deference that he gets in boxing, even after he's lost a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? And Paulie is just going on and on, giving this nigga 8-4 in Lomachenko favor. Now, did anybody see Lomachenko get 8 rounds, bro? Hell, we barely see him get 4 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Did he come on strong? Yeah, but they want those few rounds to take over. Anytime you go on TikTok, wherever you go on social media, they show you the couple of rounds that Lomachenko did well. The couple rounds now where he came on strong. And I'm just like, bro, that's disingenuous because we watched the whole fight. We watched the entire fight where Devin outworked Loma 2 minutes and 20 seconds of every round, mostly until Lomachenko, maybe the 9th, maybe the 10th, and maybe the 11th. You know what I'm saying? Those are 3 rounds that Lomachenko might have got. You see what I'm saying? And he might have got one or 2 more. That's about it. That's all he did the whole fight. But yet they're trying to take those clips and make it stretch over the entire fight like Devin wasn't catching them with them body blows, right? Like we just gonna discount Devin's body work. What's going on, Charles? Like we just gonna, like, anytime you see a clip, it'll be the 11th round and it'll be the little part where Loma, landed a few shots. Come on, bro. Come on. We know he's the Matrix, but that night the Matrix lost. The Matrix lost, bro. And they can't deal with it. So all over social media, people are spreading the narrative. They're spreading the narrative that Devin Haney lost the fight. And I'm just like, bro, this is disrespectful. And we know what it is. Because, they always control the narrative when it came to us. Yeah. They always control the narrative. You know what I'm saying? And we just got to take it. But now that we got our own YouTube channels and we got our own spaces, we get to tell our side of the story. We get to pull our clips out. You know what I'm saying? Show you when Devin was dominated and when Lomachenko was missing, because even Andre Ward was giving him clean shots when he was clearly missing. He was calling it clean. You see what I'm saying? So we know what the agenda is in boxing. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole boatload full of nigga champions. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that many white champions. So they want to hold on to the ones that they have. Right? So I don't know why niggas are so scared to say that shit, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm an old head, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just tell it like it is, you know what I'm saying, how I see it. You know what I'm saying? All you other niggas, y'all can be politically correct and all you want to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just tell you, because I've been watching boxing for a long time. And even Paulie Malignaggi is here telling us we should give deference to Lomachenko because he's you know what I'm saying, he's this gold medalist and all this shit. He's a star. He brought a certain cheesemo to the division. Fuck all that, bro. He lost. You see what I'm saying? Now, if I thought he would have won, I'd say, damn, Lomachenko kicked Devin Haney ass, but that was not the case. And they're so hurt that he couldn't eat those white boy comments that I never let a white boy beat me. You know what I'm saying? They're so pissed off that he can't eat those comments. That's what they wanted so bad that they're going to try to make him take a L. They're going to try to bend reality, twist reality, and say that he lost. See, just like they called him the email champion and shit when he got the belt. It's all about the disrespect. They don't want him to win a victory with a clean slate. They want it to be contested. You see what I'm saying? They always going to disrespect Deontay Wilder. They're always going to disrespect Devin Haney because these are the guys that are hard to beat. They're hard to beat. They're good and they're brave and they want all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? They're not ducking and dodging. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else. These guys really want the smoke, and that scares the shit of them because they compare that to our community, to the men in our community. You know what I'm saying? They gotta keep the narrative on us. You see what I'm saying? You know, look at this young guy, 24 years old, went in there and beat a veteran like Lomachenko. They can't have that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't like it. And I'm like looking at grown men, you know what I'm saying? They starting up their own motherfuckers who ain't even got channels. They so outraged, you know what I'm saying? This shit reminds me of Charlottesville. They might as well have tiki torches and shit and talking about we would not be replaced. You know what I'm saying? Theory. You know what I'm saying? Charles Young, what's going on? He says Charles Young says Paulie forgot to take his white robe off. Now that nigga always wearing that shit. Okay, so we're gonna get into what he's saying. This is covered by fair use. You know what I'm saying? Just some of the bullshit that Paulie Malignaggi is talking, man. This shit is kind of crazy. It's like this nigga is, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's deluded, man. You know, it's crazy. Let me get this damn fair act thing up. Let me see. Yeah, man. So this shit is crazy, man. These folks, they'll never change. You know what I'm saying? They try to act like they being fair when they being biased as hell. Okay, this is covered by fair act use. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to use some of it. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to use all of it. All right, let's get back into it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going up and down my screen. There we go. Let's see. Okay, let's clear it. There we go. Let's get Paulie with his bullshit. Oh, my bad. Let's see. I got to go out. Technology is a mother. Here we go. So this nigga come with y'all see.
Fight, but he was finding him with more clean combinations as the fight went on. You know, it's a fight that I had 8-4 for Lomachenko, and I've seen people starting.
Y'all heard that? He had Lomachenko 8-4. How, my nigga? How? You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
To say that, you can't say it's a robbery because 1 or 2 rounds here and there. The problem I have here is that there's 1 or 2 rounds count 1 or 2 rounds. It doesn't go 1 or 2 rounds. You give those 1 or 2 rounds to the other guy, and then you go 1 or 2 rounds again. If you 8-4, 7-5, Loma, I can see that. You know, even 6-6. If you're really stretching it, if you want to give Haney every single round you can possibly give him, and any single round that.
And I mean, he didn't win none of the damn early rounds, bro. I mean, think about this. He ain't win shit in the early rounds. This dude is just making up shit, trying to make it even. You know what I'm saying? What is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? You got to be a Loma fanboy, man, to even him up with what Devin did this weekend. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to turn it around. Let's see.
When he's even doing anything, even if there are rounds where Loma did more than him, but Haney did something in those rounds, and you're giving him those rounds too. Even if you're giving Haney those rounds, I don't see more than 6 rounds you can give them.
Man, this dude here is capping. That is total cap. What is he talking about? You are trying to convince folks that, bro. I mean, like, what fight was he watching? This is like the white supremacy network here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, bro. Even if you give Devin Haney 6 rounds, bro, you reaching? Are you serious? Devin was sticking and moving early in that thing. You know, Lomachenko just came on at the end. He was stealing rounds. That's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And he barely did. He was missing a lot of those shots. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the hell Paulie Malignaggi is talking about. He's trying to spin a narrative here. You know what I'm saying? And he got people all everywhere. I'm talking about he got white guys everywhere, angry as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit. trying to goddamn, you know what I'm saying, change the narrative, keep this powerful narrative, and I guess they're trying to stink up the joint so damn much that that they want them to run it back. I wouldn't mind to see them running back, but be real. Be real. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Smoke Knight? What's going on?
Yo, I appreciate you having me back, man. I appreciate you, man. I agree with you 100%. I watched all 12 rounds of that fight, and I had Devin 7-5. You feel me? Because I thought the third and the eighth was debatable, right? And it was only debatable. And I was to me, I thought Devin won those rounds. But when you listen to with the commentary on, and it seems like what's that dude named Tim Bradley couldn't get his hands off a dude huevos and stuff like that. He couldn't seem to keep it honest. And a couple times, and I like Andre Ward because his commentary, he was definitely like being unbiased, right? And just he was talking about what he was seeing. He wasn't massaging Lomachenko the whole fight, like how Tim Bradley was speaking like Lomachenko was some Greek god or something. But that's just my opinion from what I see.
No, you dead on, because you could see. I'm like looking at the fight, and I'm like, they're like, oh, he's connecting. Oh, he said they had one point. They said Devin Haney's leg are wobbly. I'm like, where? But where is his legs wobbly? He can hardly protect himself. Oh, he's, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, bro, what are y'all doing here? Y'all whitewashing this fight. You know what I'm saying?
PC, I think the problem was like the 10th and the 11th, Loma really brought it, right?
Right.
But that doesn't mean Haney was losing, but those and the only
it's the way they framed it. It's the way they framed it.
And this ain't nothing new when you come to watching ESPN boxing or even HBO boxing. The only people that I've never seen do it, Showtime boxing don't do that to their fighters. They try to call it down the middle. It's from what I've saw, but when you watching certain fights, it's like, well, it look even, but then you watching it and you're like, why are you just talking about this one fighter? They both fighting. Right.
And you see that, you notice that's how they do it. That's the magic of it. They stop talking about the work the other guy's doing. He may land, so they're sometimes they be even bragging, and then the dude will land a big shot and they won't even mention that shit.
You can sense PC, you can sense the biasness in the commentary, right? And that's kind of a problem, and that makes me go negative. Like, it's like, you talking about Loma so much, I want to see what Haney going to do. Know what I mean?
And see, they want to score. They want to, even though he has great ring generalship, that's all he got most of the time. He'll back off, you know what I'm saying, and then he'll jump in, and he may hit maybe one or two. He might get one, or you know what I'm saying, but he's not like, even when he throws flurries, bro, he's not landing all that shit. PC, see what I'm saying? And
the reason I gave Haney the fight 7-5 because I thought Loma did have a charge, and I gave him the 2 debatable rounds because they were debatable, right? But in my mind, Haney won the first, the second, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And at the end, that's what.
Keep it real, bro. Let me. And then he lost the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, and 11th in my mind, right? So that's 5 rounds. And then when his dad said whatever he said to him,
I'm listening. Did you cut out?
Different energy in that 12th, and he won that 12th round. So
that looked like you cutting out.
8. I've been hearing people saying 8-4.
That's what Paulie here is talking about. He gave Loma. I'm like, bro, you get the hell out of here, bro. The shit was just so ridiculous. It was stupefying, bro. I was mad, bro.
I'm being nice because the third, I only gave it to Loma because the third was debatable. The 8th, I don't even think he won that round, but it was debatable.
Right. I mean, I could understand the swing round, but they swinging it. They trying to swing it so hard, like it's impossible for Devin to have won that fight.
No contest, like Loma won unanimously when it was unanimous the other way around.
I thought so. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is Ward.
Let me ask you a question: is unanimous? If me having it 7-5, is that unanimous towards Devin?
What you mean, like a split? What I initially said it was going to be a split. I initially
said Devin won 7 rounds. Loma won 5. Is that unanimous? I think that's unanimous.
Well, I think a knockout 86 is in the building. Who we all know thought that it was a back and forth fight. What's going on? Knockout 86. What's happening, bro?
Hey, what's good with you, man? Salute to you.
What's good?
What's poppin',
Man, I know I was drinking that night, but I saw a 7-5, maybe 8-4 situation. Now that's maybe because I was giving the swing rounds to Devin, but I definitely thought Devin clearly won it. I thought Loma came back, and I thought maybe he was gonna eke it out, but he didn't do shit in the 12th, bro. When he started, and then he was trying to come on. He was coming on at the end of rounds. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't connecting as much as I thought, because I think because he was 35, he couldn't like really keep the pressure on.
And I thought Sugar Ray Leonard him. That's why they think he won a fight, because he was Sugar Ray Leonard.
Right, and I thought Devin did most of the work in the 2 minutes of each round. You know what I'm saying? Before he gassed out in the 7. You know what I'm saying? And that was
on point. You on point with the 7. You on point with the 7. You on point with the 7-5, bro. The 8-4 is a little wide though. You on point with the 7-5.
But there was some swing rounds in the knockout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying? Look, bro. It was 7-5 either way or 6-6. I myself scored a 6-6. It's a close ass fight though, bro. Like it was. You didn't think.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You didn't think. Go ahead.
You didn't think Devin. You didn't think Devin took off with it. You know what I'm saying, from the early rounds, and he just kind of survived. You know what I'm saying, on the second half. But I thought he won enough of the first round and eked out the 12 to win the fight. I don't see how.
So round one, like if we just keeping it 100, round one, that's a swing round. I mean, didn't nobody do, you know what I'm saying? Round 2, close ass round, could have went either way. So that's the first 2 right there. 3 and 4, they like the first 5 rounds was all nip and tuck, bro. It was all close ass rounds.
I thought Devin got it though, because he was going to the body. He was fighting more effectively. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko was just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? He was just falling back here and there, throwing something.
I
you know what I'm saying?
thought Loma landed some good left hands, and his shit was more. And you gotta understand, like them body shots we watching on TV, but them judges, like I suggest Devin just color his hair all one color, because what them judges probably saw was them goddamn blonde tips keep flying all over the goddamn ring.
Yeah, now I ain't gonna lie. You know, he was popping them with the jab, but I thought Devin outworked him there. He was hitting them more. You know what I'm saying? I think Lomachenko, you know, he was kind of reactive at the beginning and just trying to see what Devin was going to do, if he, you know what I'm saying, if he was going to come, what the game plan was.
Even if you gave Devin the first half of the fight, like to me, if you just want to break the fight down in a microcosm, you can give Devin the first half. The middle rounds were extremely close, and then the late rounds, Lomachenko dominated them except for the 12th, bro. Like that's really how the fight played out. And then, you know, if you look at the numbers, they kind of show that, because Devin Haney was outlanding Loma to the first half of the fight, and then Loma ended up taking the lead with more punches landed towards the back half of the fight. So it was a close ass fight. Anybody screaming robbery, bro, they either just hate Devin Haney or they Lomachenko fanboy.
That's what.
But also anybody talking about 9-3 Devin or 10-2 Devin, nah, bro, he was in a tough ass fight. Like, let's just
he definitely was. But what I'm saying is, what I see today, man, I'm waking up and like motherfuckers doing videos and shit that he's a robbery. Everybody's going with this robbery thing, and here come Paulie Malignaggi talking about he had an 8-4 Loma weight, and I was just like, come on, bro. Let me
tell you this, Paul. Like, this is what a lot of people like to compare Devin Haney to Floyd Mayweather and act as if
hell no.
No, but hear me out though. And
that's inaccurate.
You know, he's like the next coming to Mayweather. Okay, cool, no problem. Well, when they felt like Castillo beat Mayweather ass, he ran that shit back. When they felt like Maidana, like Maidana beat Mayweather ass, he ran that shit back. So if he want them comparisons, then shit. A lot of people is criticizing you today. A lot of people is talking shit. Run that shit back and doing worse.
I agree. You know what I'm saying? I agree. I think that was a hell of a fight. I think they should run it back because it was that good. You know what I'm saying? How often do we have a competitive fight this close? You know what I'm saying?
This is what happened when the top fighters fight each other. This is why we ask for the best fights, bro. This is what happened when they actually get in the ring and fight each other. Like these guys' levels are a lot closer than what people want to give people credit for. Like Like I'm glad that Devin was able to hold on to his titles and do what he did. But this notion that a lot of his diehard fans had that he's just this unhittable boxing prodigy, generational talent. Look, bro, he's a very good boxer with really good skills, but it's some smoke out there for him. And I can't wait to see him continue his career. He's gonna learn a lot from this. He did a very good job. Whether you think he won or lost, again, I'm not arguing with nobody. I scored the fight dead even. So if you telling me you had this Devin edging it out, bro, I'm not gonna argue with you. Shit, that's what you thought, and the judges agreed with you. You know what I'm saying? But it was a 7-5 either way, 6-6 type of fight. I think 9-3. You can make arguments for 8-4, but I think that just means you probably was giving Devin all the close rounds, or if it's a Loma, you were probably giving Loma all the close rounds. But it was a close, tough ass fight. And if you told me today, if I woke up today and people say that Loma won the fight, I wouldn't be yelling robbery. And I don't think people should be doing that shit to Devin, bro. Like, there wasn't no robbery. It was a close ass fight. He got the nod. The judges liked his work, and he moved on to the next. You know what I mean? It ain't no. It is what it is. And then he is, at the end of the day, like, it's funny how when people that like Canelo get a close ass fight or these other fights, people like get a close ass decision in their favor, they always say, well, you know, you got to go take the belts from the champion. You got to take the belts from the champion. Okay, bro. Well, if that logic applies, then he didn't do enough to go take them hoes from Devin, bro. He could have tried more to make that shit not debatable when he could have just took the hoes. Devin was the champion. I thought he did enough to keep his belts, and it just is what it is, bro.
And my thing is that, but when it comes to Devin, I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like a subtle disrespect where they just want to, you know what I'm saying, like they don't want to give him the credit, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying, like he's artificial, like he was the email champion, you know what I'm saying, because he got the WBC and he couldn't fight for it. When he moved, you know what I'm saying, when he moved up, when he got undisputed, all of a sudden Kambosos wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even though he beat Teofimo, right? You know what I'm saying? But when Devin got there, it's like all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, people start downplaying, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think Kambosos was all that, but you know what I'm saying? You know, he had to fight the guy 2 times. It's like he got to do more, and it's kind of like that old adage that black fighters got to do more. We got to be better, you know what I'm saying, just to get the same respect as other fighters. You know what I'm saying? They're not even respecting Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? With his goddamn undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares except for hardcore boxing fans.
I mean,
and I'm just
look at the 3 fighters we're talking about, Paul. If you really, because you've been watching boxing a long time, bro. Like, look at the 3 fighters we're talking about: Devin, Loma, and we can throw Tank in there. Look at the difference in respect that Lomachenko got when he beat Jorge Linares versus when Devin beat Jorge Linares. It's much different, much different reaction. Look at the respect that Loma got for beating a 1 division champion who only ever been champion in the WBC, and that's Gary Russell Jr. Look at the respect he got for beating Gary Russell Jr. And look at how nobody gave props to Gervonta Davis for what he did to Leo Santa Cruz. So it's just always going to be like
I
that.
did. I think, and Tank really, Tank.
I'm talking about the boxing public, you know, right. People in general, like they are fighters that look like us, that come from where we come from, and that we relate to. They typically do just have to do more, and it is what it is, bro. Like, it's just part of Lomachenko gets more respect from some people than what they were willing to give Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, or even Terrence Bud Crawford. And y'all know how I feel about Bud, but they set up there with Lomachenko with like 7 or 8 fights, Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford, and they sat there right in Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford's face and called Lomachenko #1 pound for pound over both of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that's just how boxing be doing, you know, people that look like us, bro. That's why in this situation, bro, I'm not finna sit up here and cap for Loma. Shit, he lost. Hell, I scored a draw, but they gave it to Devin. I'm glad they gave it to Devin. Shit, I don't give a fuck.
But here's my problem. If Lomachenko, I thought Lomachenko whipped him, I would have said it with no problems. You know what I'm saying? I would have said it because I like Lomachenko. He's a humble, really great. I think he's a great boxer, man. I think he got extraordinary boxing skills, and I think he's just getting up in age. I think if this fight would have took place 2 years ago, he would have beat Devin. See what I'm saying? Or a year ago. You know what I'm saying? I just think he's getting on the other side. He's getting on the wrong side of 30. He's on the wrong side of 30, and he's starting to slow down. He's 35 is when the reflexes really start to when you lose a step. He didn't look like he lost a step last night, but you best believe if it was the old Lomachenko, the way that dude used to react, the way he used to counter, the way he used to lead, it's totally different. He's slowed down a lot. You see what I'm saying? And he don't have the same stamina that he used to have. You see what I'm saying? Do you think this is the best Lomachenko you've seen? Which one you thought? The one that fought Tio, or you thought this one? Which one was the better one?
Oh, for sure this one. For sure this one versus Tio.
This one.
Y'all thought this one was better than the one that fought Tio?
Yeah, the one that fought Tio.
He had a rotor cuff.
Up with him. He wasn't as mobile.
Yeah, he had a rotor cuff. He had a shoulder injury or something. He said, right?
Yeah, it was bad, but you know what? It wasn't even about his arms. It was about like just his mobility. It's like he wasn't moving like he usually do when he was against Tio. Like it was something up with him. But this fight against Devin, it took him a minute to really get it, but then he was able to get it. Because you remember when Devin went to the corner and he told his pops, he was like, I think he figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it took him a minute to like figure out, Devin's plan, but it was too late. You know what I'm saying? It was too late by the time he figured it out. Because what I did too at the same time, as soon as I heard Tim Bradley, man, with his horrible commentating, I put the volume on mute and just watched the fight.
And them motherfucker had no shame, bro. This nigga be missing, he be missing. And they what clean shots. You know what I'm saying? Combination. Lomachenko with a combination. I'm just like, bro, I'm about to lose my mind, bro.
He don't want to get fired. That's what it is, Pooh. He don't want to get fired.
But, bro, did you see the pity-patty punches that Lomachenko was doing? And they were acting like that shit was just destroying Devin. His legs are weak. And I was just like, oh, no, they could do this to my man.
The 11th round, he did have Dev hurt.
Say that again.
I said the 11th round, he did have Dev hurt.
Yeah, but not during that clip that I got on my video. You know what I'm saying? His legs wasn't gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's the narrative that they was putting on there. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was getting on my nerve.
You already know Top Rank and how they gonna push their narratives.
So Art being out talking about some could still beat Floyd, man. Y'all still on boy. This is like 30 years later, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Eden the remix says when you don't have any power and you look like a 145, a 154 pounder, he said people have a hard time that you didn't dominate, especially with all the pre-fight antics. And you know what I'm saying? I think that kind of like incensed white people when he pushed Loma. You know what I'm saying? I think people really wanted Loma to get his revenge. You know what I'm saying? That kind of like went a little deeper, you know what I'm saying, into the race thing because he pushed the shit out of Lomachenko. And they already didn't like Devin. And when he did that, they really didn't like him. Bola says, it's interesting to me that Loma didn't ask for a rematch, but instead wanted to file a protest. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? That's going to show you what kind of fighter he is. Maybe right now he's just so disappointed after the decision that he's not thinking right, and hopefully he'll come back and want a rematch, and Devin will have to give it to him too.
Yep.
In my,
Yeah.
What's going on, Jeff? What's going on? Eden Remix says Devin intended to go in there. Let me see. Devin intended to go in there and rip Loma head off. He said it didn't happen, and he was the bigger fighter and supposed to be more skilled. Typical boxing fans don't respect it. I see that. You know what I'm saying? And Willie, what's going on, Willie? What's happening? He said, "What up, Pool?" He said, F. Paulie. That's why he can't punch his way out of a wet paper bag. He's a clown." And that's something I kind of like looked at too, because Paulie can kind of relate, you know what I'm saying, to Lomachenko. You know, he was highly skilled, but he didn't have the power. You know what I'm saying? And he's always capping for the white European, narrative that they dominate in boxes because of Arthur Beterbiev and Bivol. And I'm just like, bro, you only got a couple of, and I think he was putting Triple G and anybody that's white that dominated a little bit. He kind of was putting that narrative out there that white people were the best and we rule boxing. They rule boxing. And here we go with this shit. Of course, he don't like Devin because of the statements he made about the white boy thing. So they really got it in for Devin, I think. From all the videos I've seen, these motherfuckers are outraged, bro. They really think that Lomachenko destroyed Devin somehow, and they only show the clips where Lomachenko is like landing repeatedly. You know what I'm saying? They don't show. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like disingenuous, but you know they really want this out there. They really want this reversed. You know what I'm saying? And I think they should go ahead and fight again, and Devin should establish his dominance, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he could still do it at 135. You know, that's better. That'll be a problem. I don't know if Lomachenko is up to it because he looked like he was emotionally broken after that fight. Y'all seen what he looked like?
Yeah.
Y'all seen
Yeah,
let me see.
And let me say something, Paul. Top rank, they wrong for doing Loma like that. Keeping that camera on him while he crying. Man, they dirty as they dirty as fuck for that shit.
Yeah, they knew what they was doing, man. They were trying to sell it a little bit more.
They some dirty motherfuckers for this shit.
Hey man, you know, I mean, shit. You know, Loma, wait, I hit the wrong thing. Let me see.
Hey, but you know what though? I think the commentary had a lot to do, especially for the casuals. The commentary had a lot to do with like casual fans picking who won. You know what I'm saying? Because these casual fans, they don't know what to look for when they're watching these fights. You know what I'm saying? Like Loma could miss a hit, and you hear the commentator say it, and you know,
good left hand for Loma. You know.
Yeah, Andre Ward, he just sit right there and won't say a damn thing. Like, I was like, bro, you gonna say something? Like, fuck. They all in it though.
Some body shots too. It was some body shots that Devin was hitting him with, and they was just like, it's like they wasn't missing it.
And the thing is, it's like they just stopped giving Devin credit, and they just started blowing up whatever you know what I'm saying, Lomachenko was doing. They just hyped it like triple. You know what I'm saying? Even though he wasn't doing shit a lot. Sometimes he was just standing there. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers were like, oh, Lomachenko, you know, he's doing the matrix. He's stepping over it. He's using his angles. And I was like, y'all shut the hell up. Please shut up. You know what I'm saying? They just standing there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? Dave Skates all day says, he says, Paul is a buster. He definitely is, bro. His integrity is in shambles. What's going on, Eric? He says, let me see. What's going on, Weed Gonzalez? He says, I didn't care about the push, you know, how I sell that pay-per-view. I think they probably did pretty damn well. You know what I'm saying? Because it looked like a lot of people covered this fight. Looked like they did pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why this shit keep popping up. I keep moving it. Let's see.
Y'all think he should get rid of Bill?
Say that again.
Y'all think he should get a new trainer? Dead.
And you know what? I was thinking about that. You know what I mean? I think about Sean Porter, his dad. I think if Devin want to move up to 140, because 140 is another monster out there, man. He's gonna have to step it up a notch.
Talk about the way fans are watching boxing nowadays. Whether you're talking about Errol Spence or Lomachenko or Inoue or Tank or Crawford, you always have people out here that are toxic and they want to make things about things that are not real. You got.
All right, my bad.
Oh no, you good.
Yeah, man. So, you know, I mean, I was just getting a little pissed off about this shit, man. I was just like, what is really going on? You know, I mean, people just out here like really trying to chop down this young man achievement. And I'm like, man, Devin, I mean, you may not like him, but I mean, he the shit, bro, to be his age. Do you remember what you were like at 24? You know what I'm saying? Can you operate on this level against somebody like Lomachenko? See, they only want to downgrade him when they want to shit on Devin. You know what I'm saying? When they want to shit on Devin, but the man is a monster, really. You know what I'm saying? With his skills, with his confidence, and I just want to give Devin that credit. I want people to understand that he went in there, he faced down a dragon, and he won. So, you know, fuck what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? This kid, he went in there and he put his balls on the line, and he almost lost his balls, but he won.
Yep. Yep.
So let's see what this fuck nigga talking about here. Let's see. Let's get back into it. Let me see. I gotta go out the screen. Boom. Let's see. Let's see what Paulie talking about.
Give Devin Haney. So like, if you found 7 rounds to give Devin Haney, I mean,
fair use.
Because that means you're like really looking for like every excuse in the book to get Haney around. That you're not judging it by the way it should be judged. Yeah, I mean, realistically, even if you had it 6-6, you scored it like that. But I'll give you a 6-6 because you can actually find those rounds in a 6-6. You shouldn't be looking for any excuse to give a Haney round, but if you find every round you can give to Haney, you can still come up with 6 because there are some good things he did in a couple of rounds where I felt he lost them. I thought Lomachenko did more than him, but if you go beyond that, dude, I mean, you're literally just you got your pom poms out, you're rooting for Haney. You're not even judging the fight anymore, you know. So
I mean, do y'all agree with that?
No, hell no.
If you give Devin Haney more than 6 rounds, you got your pom poms out, and you're looking to give Devin Haney a round. You think they're not looking to give Lomachenko a round? Like you know what I'm saying? You see how he framed that bullshit?
Mm-hmm. You know what, Paul? I forgot Paulie and Devin Haney got some beef.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot about that. So that's why Paulie's saying all this.
Yeah, I mean, but I just hate. Look how he got his hands. He know he's trying to be slick. You know what I'm saying? He got the damn hoodie on. You know he on some BS. He on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's got a damn podcast, a YouTube podcast, instead of sitting on the side of Andre Ward or on Showtime because of this bias shit that he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
that's why he's a hell of an analyst. Go ahead.
What AB say? I took your belt and your girl. That nigga that's why the nigga mad.
That's why he
right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Ever since AB took his bitch, it's fuck niggas, bro. Like I promise. That's a fact.
And see, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know,
he just bitter. He just bitter as fuck.
He's jaded. He's jaded as hell. It said they skates all day. Said even top rank IG account only posts Loma flurries. Yeah, only. Let me pull that up. Let me see if I can get that. Shit is kind of slow. He said even top rank IG accounts only post Loma's flurries, and they want to give they ain't want to give Haney credit, and that's what I'm saying, man. That is you know what I'm saying, when they do this whitewash thing, it just kind of gets on your nerve, bro. Cause you see it so much, bro. Just like when Andre Ward tried to fight Triple G and they started doing the propaganda where Andre Ward don't want to fight. They try to flip it. You know what I'm saying? Like he never did ask to fight Triple G. We know he did because Andre Ward was smoking at that time. He would have destroyed Triple G. He would have ended all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But they made him move up to 175. It's like, bro, what is going on? 168, I think it was at the time. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. He's moved up.
At 160. He stayed at 160.
HBO did not want to stop the gravy train. You know what I'm saying? They wanted that European stock come in and destroy the company. You know what I'm saying? So we need to stop this, bro. I mean, I know they don't want black people to be the face of boxing, but it is what it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. May the best man win. They always talk about bias, nigga. They the most biased people on the planet.
Yep.
This is Eden. The remix is commentary. Bradley and Ward have been a disgrace for a while now. Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? And he's the worst. Yeah, man. He just so coonery with the shit, man.
Yeah,
he corny as fuck, man.
Ward try to keep it 50-50. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the fighter. Like he's super Bud biased. You know what I'm saying? But anybody else outside of like top ranked fighters, outside of like a Bud or Shakur, he more neutral. You know what I mean?
Shit, I've seen him down Bud 1 or 2 times. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no loyalty.
He called it out when Mean Machine clipped him. He called that shit out.
He said, I think he should get Skates Davis. They said I think he should get DJ as a trainer. You know what I'm saying? And DJ or some boxing mind to add some tools and some toughness. You know what I'm saying? So he could last up in there. But I think it's just 135. I think he's just outgrown it, and it's just catching up with him. You know what I'm saying? You can only stay, you looking like Virgil Ortiz and shit trying to make 147. You know what I'm saying? Nigga passing out and shit. And who was that nigga that fought Frank Martin? He was passing out. He couldn't hardly make weight. That's why he was Rivera. Yeah, Rivera was looking terrible because he had been faking and trying to make 135. Nigga, you better eat a sandwich and fight at 140.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. Because when you cut weight, you playing with your life, bro.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And trying to beat up somebody that's smaller than you and you can't breathe, nigga. You can't, you ain't got no juice, you know what I'm saying, to finish the fight. You said I'm talking about Frank was beating the shit out of Rivera because he couldn't fight at that weight. And I just don't want to see that happen to Devin, trying to stay down there. But if you got to fight Tank, go ahead.
Yeah. Can I speak on that real quick on the fight?
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
So look, I had the fight I had it 7-5 either way. I thought the swing rounds was extremely close depending on what you was looking at. You know what I mean? Depending on who looking at. But at the end of the day, I don't want any credit taken away from Devin. Because when Tank knocked this boy out, I want Tank to get all the accolades. You know what I'm saying? I want Tank to get all the credit in the world if they make this fight. I want to say this. I like Devin. I like that. I root for all these brothers. I root for all these kings. All these dudes is kings. You know what I mean? They all great. But at the same time, I'm from East Baltimore. You heard me. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, I that Tank shit, bro. I embody it because I come from that. You know what I mean? And I understand. I understand we one of the most misunderstood cities in the country. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing to see Tank and for Tank to be where he's at in his career is beautiful. But I say this to say, Bill Haney wrote too many checks that Devin ass can't cash. You dig what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, and on some man shit, right? What type of nigga hand out mug shots of a nigga who got locked? On some real shit. On some man shit. Now this is a man who could have been his son. It could have been his son. Had it been Devin instead of Tank, I'd have called the other team out on some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Bill did some sucker shit and wrote too many checks that Devin can't cash. I don't want to hear about no moving to 140 and Tank got to move up. Tank is the A side. Bottom line. Tank is the A side. Bottom line.
Well, this is this is the next fight you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And Devin, at the end of the fight, he said he was going to go back to the drawing board, and he was looking at two fights. He's looking at Shakur, the fight with Shakur, and he's looking at the fight with Tank. That's everybody. Nobody want to see him fight anybody else. All I'm saying is he's going to be fucked up against them two at 135. That's what I'm saying. It's not an excuse. It's just that if he's going to agree, it's on him. You know what I'm saying? To agree to fight them. Let me finish.
Bro.
It's on him. You know what I'm saying? If he signed a contract, fight them at 135. It is what it is. I'm just saying what I see on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So, if Tank knock his ass out, we already expect Tank to go in there and do his thing because I don't think Devin really has the defense or the craftiness to keep Tank off for 12 rounds. Shakur, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can outbox Dev or not. But I think Dev, because of, him outgrowing the division, it's gonna weigh against him. You know what I'm saying? To fight those two stars down there. You know what I'm saying? But what I was trying to get to is that, remember, I was reading an article today about Paulie Malignaggi, because Devin signed with Top Rank, you know what I'm saying, for another 2 fights, right? And this was before this fight that he signed this agreement with Bob Arum. And now people are trying to use, Paulie's brought that out, saying that, he got the nod because he signed that extension deal for another couple of fights. And of course, those fights are probably going to be Tank and Shakur, right? And those are big, humongous fights and stuff. So now he's trying to spread that narrative that, because he's re-signed with Top Rank, now he's the man. He's the golden goose. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about that?
He probably fight Shakur first because that's gonna be his mandatory. But either
But
way,
what do you
though,
think about what do you think about what Paulie's talking about, the extension affecting the outcome of the nod of the fight? What do y'all think about that?
I mean, it's kind of questionable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say it's Bud-esque, but yeah, it just depends on how Devin move. You know, it depends on the next move he make. Now, if he move, now I heard him say now, granted, yo, I may go up to 140 and see how I feel. You know what I mean, and maybe come back down to defend at 135. I don't even. I'm not even okay with that, bro, because y'all just talk too much shit. You know what I'm saying? It was happy Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You stand at 135, you the man. You know what I mean? You doing your Ric Flair shit or whatever. Like, cool. Just stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yo, like, just stand on it. You know what I mean? Like, so now, like, after the fight, like, you remixed everything you said. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remixed everything, bro. So now it's, yo, are we calling this a duck? Are we gonna call it for what it is? Are we gonna call this a duck? If he's
Only
not,
reason why I don't call it a duck is because he is having weight issues at 135.
but he knew he was having weight issues at 135 before he said that shit.
Yeah. That part was on him. That's
Right.
running his mouth.
So what the rest of y'all? What do y'all think the conspiracy is real, or y'all think it's something to consider? Y'all think it's bullshit? What Paulie was saying.
I think it's BS.
I think Paulie's bullshit. I think
fuck
Paulie.
Paulie.
Yeah. I think Paulie's just a bitter white guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, I don't know, bro. Like Paul, he's Italian, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call it for what it is. Nigga's Italian, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but he want to be black so bad. He's trying to steal our swag and shit. And fuck Paulie.
yeah, I don't fuck with Paulie, bro.
See, I think the same thing, and for him to put that out there, I think that's irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's doing a goddamn channel on YouTube instead of sitting up in Showtime in the booth with all those big guys, because he just say the most irresponsible stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he hates Devin so bad that he don't care. He don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? He'll go against all of the journalistic integrity or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying, that they're supposed to abide by. You know what I'm saying? Instead of putting shit out there like that. You know what I'm saying? And I just think I don't know. I just hate the slight diss that they do with them when they called him the email champion. You know what I'm saying? When he got the WBC belt, everybody's dissing this man like he something to be played with. You know what I'm saying? When he is the one who's trying to fight, he's not ducking nobody. But everybody's trying to make Dev a duck. You got plenty of competition. You 24. You got plenty of time to fit everybody into the schedule is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, if you don't put the other one first or the other one second, now you a duck. Bro, you only 24. You know what I'm saying? You can only fight one person at a time. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do move up to 140, that'll be a problem. Right now, from the pressure, from what I see, he can only fight Tank or he can fight Shakur. That's all he can do. You know what I'm saying? That's what the boxing fans want to see. You see what I'm saying? So if he move up to 140, he kind of put himself into a corner. You know what I'm saying? And and Tank too, because Tank, you know, so everybody wanted Tank to fight Devin before Ryan Garcia or Shakur. So they're all on a collision course. The only person who's free is Shakur Stevenson because he just came up to 135, right?
Yep.
So you know, so nobody's like really putting the pressure on him. But even though he wants that smoke, even the remix says
Paulie on himself though. He put the pressure on himself because even open to saying that Ryan Garcia beat Tank, I'll fight him. You know what I'm saying? But I think they would have fought at 140.
Even the remix
if Ryan Garcia had beat Tank, Devin would have fought Ryan Garcia at 140. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my honest belief. Like I think this dude already knew. You know what I mean? Like, granted, I don't like to be saying, be like, yo, you like Tank called Devin a clout baby. You know what I mean? And that's what he called him. You know what I mean? And like some of the things that Tank's known for, Devin finds himself. He's a young man, so I understand. You know what I mean? They're from the same. Tank a little older than Devin, but the generation is, you know, pretty much the same. You know, so Devin getting tats and you know this, that, and the third. It's not like Tank, you know, because niggas get tattoos, right? But then when you go to your press conference and you give Loma exorcism in a push. You know what I mean? Out of a push from nowhere, out of nowhere, just like Tank did with Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
at some point, you got to be like, yo, it's something to this. You know what I mean? And
Right.
they just talk too much shit, bro. Bill and Devin talk too much shit, man. And anything outside of a Tank Davis fight being next is a duck.
I would say Bill talk a lot of shit. I don't think Devin does. You know what I'm saying? Bill be out there. He's the front man. He don't want to be arguing with Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? He need to stay out of that. He's too old. He says,
I agree. I think Tank, because Tank and Devin got real history. It's different with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga like it's different because they came from the same camp. So I think it's a little bit more personal with Tank and Devin opposed to Devin and Shakur or Tank and Shakur. Tank and Devin is personal. You know what I'm saying? So if that fight ain't next, I gotta call it a duck. Cause y'all just talk too much shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if y'all niggas ain't fighting next, look, if Devin end up fighting fucking Rolly, or you know what I'm saying, or fucking Rolly or somebody next, bro. Like, we gotta call this shit a duck for what it is.
Okay, that's if Tank want to fight though. We don't. I mean, if Tank want to fight next.
I mean, listen. Coach Kenny, they listen. They all over. We all over. They all over the internet, man. Like, it don't matter. Shakur or Devin, they calling everybody out.
Okay.
I seen if you check on the Rise podcast, I think Fanon had him on. Fanon was on the Rise podcast. Now I think about it. But Coach Kenny called it for what it was. Shakur Devin, nothing else.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Shakur Devin, nothing else. Like they're not ducking no smoke. It's a Tank tired of everybody talking, man. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, man, like I was hoping for like a Super 6 tournament or something in like 135 because I think there's enough people. But you know, at this day and age, we don't have them same type fighters. You know what I mean? That's willing to put that in.
I mean, Frank Martin gonna hurt some feelings if you had a Super 6 tournament and you had like you want to add in, you know what I'm saying, your Medulla Masons, and I don't think he's ready yet.
I'm gonna keep it real, Paul. Frank Martin is the only one I worry about versus Tank. Frank Martin is the only one that worried me when it comes to Tank.
He got the best boxing mind up under him and keeping them ready. You know what I'm saying? That would be wonderful if Frank Martin could get into the mix. I don't know how he would stack up. I mean, he got amazing skill, he got power. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing in the ring. He got a high boxing IQ. Man, that would be the power. He got some serious power too. So
he got speed, power, footwork.
He got all that shit.
Frank Martin's a complete fighter, man.
That would man. I would love to see him get up in there. Shakur said he was willing to fight Frank Martin. He said he's willing to do it, but I don't know how serious. I don't know how serious. I think Shakur would get a lot of respect if he went in and he beat Frank Martin. Not wanting to see Shakur lose, just to see the competition. You know what I'm saying? And it would be cool for them to have two fights. Because, you know, we want to see, equal competition now. I think this fight between Devin and Loma kind of like stirred our blood, you know what I'm saying, to see the best fight the best again. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see no.
It's the young boys doing it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when it's the young boys setting the trend. Because, like, if you look from the generation after Floyd, it was 147, you had Thurman, right? And then from Thurman, it transitioned to EJ. Now, EJ went out his way to fight the best. You know what I'm saying? Thurman, not so much. You know, and then here we have the whole mix up now, where it's like, I just want Earl to move up at this point, bro. Like, fuck Bud.
Because he's wasting his prime.
He's wasting his prime, bro.
Crawford don't care about the clout no more. He don't care about the legacy. You know what I'm saying? All he care about, you know what I'm saying, is just showing off and shit. You know what I'm saying? So nobody got time for that. If you can't show off in the ring, my nigga, against the best, I don't understand it. You know, you never fought none of the top dudes at 147 like Garcia, Thurman, Errol Spence Jr. Or Ugas, man. It's like, shut up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You never fought them dudes. So now we got to go to the younger guys who are starting to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? And showing us their mustard. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So, I think Devin is just starting to get there because he's getting the names And you know what I'm saying, when you fighting at a high level, you're not gonna just dominate motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen, bro. These guys are close in skill, and if somebody can impose their game plan on the other one, they ain't gonna look good, bro. If you can do it,
That's a fact.
you know what I'm saying? If Tank has his way, he's knocking niggas out. That's just how it's gonna go. Well, let me read this card. Go ahead. I was gonna read some.
Tank is a complete fighter. Tank is a complete fighter, man. And because of the knockouts, man, people take away from his boxing ability, his boxing IQ, in my opinion. Not all, but typically like the casual. The casual take away from his actual ability due to the knockouts. Almost similar to Wilder. Like Wilder has his own style, but within that own style, he's mastered it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, he's the best to do at what he do, right?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And if he catch you, you know what I'm saying, slipping, you know what I'm saying, within that area of expertise he has, you gone. You know what I'm saying?
Now see, my equivalent from like Tank, I tell people that Tank is Wilder with skills. With the complete package of skills. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree.
In a smaller package.
And another thing motherfuckers not recognize, this nigga is in his prime. He's in his prime where he's at the highest at his confidence. You know what I'm saying? He feels like he knows he's confident in his skill set. So he's ready to beat any and everybody. So right now it's going to be hard to beat Tank because he's at the top of his game. You know what I'm saying?
Is why I say
I think Tank
pound for pound. My bad, but go ahead, bro. Go ahead, cook.
Oh no, I was saying I think Tank beat everybody. I know. I'm gonna say this, man. I know we always agree on stuff, Pool, but I'm gonna say this, man. I'm not sold on Stevenson just yet. I haven't seen him get battle tested. I haven't seen him like, all right, when your power is gone, when your power ain't hitting, and when you got a fighter that's coming straight up to you, do you have what it takes to bang it out and have that grit? I have not seen that from Shakur just yet. So I'm not too sold on him just yet.
His attitude says yes. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he's one of those old school special fighters where he may not have the opponents yet, but you can tell when he get there, he's gonna do what he can do to get, you know what I'm saying, to be recognized. He's kind of got that Mayweather-esque type of attitude where he got something to prove. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's exciting about Stevenson, because he want to come straight at you. He want to have that audacity, you know what I'm saying, to run up on your ass. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel that from him. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody else is more like professional, you know what I'm saying? With Stevenson, it's kind of like, I know I'm better than you and I want to prove it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where a lot of people don't like Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Just like they didn't like Mayweather when he used to go crazy in the ring and taunt motherfuckers after he done knocked their ass out and stuff like that. Stevenson not as bad as that, but he kind of give me those vibes. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you want to challenge somebody, you know what I'm saying? He really, really believes in himself. And I think he just want them all. I think he want Tank. I think he don't care which. He want Frank White. I think he'll fight anybody. I don't know how he would fare against those guys. But I think the best, he probably have a better chance against Devin. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's hard. They saw also close in skill level. You know what I'm saying? And they all do different things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we want to see them fight. And that's why everybody's just kind of like nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what's going to happen, man, at 135, bro? Let me get Eden the remix up, and he says Paulie's an Italian trying to hold on to the old white side. I know. He says knowing Hannibal made his people. He said made his people in. What's that? That's true though. That's that. You remember? She what was that shit called? Jungle Fever and all them damn Spike Lee movies and shit back in Bensonhurst. He's from Bensonhurst. You know what I'm saying? So that's that old racist crap. You know what I'm saying? They act like they black, but they really don't mess with black people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't Paulie look like he in the middle of saying some racist shit in that still photo right there?
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, like you 360 dunking jungle bunny hot, like he's that guy.
You remember the line?
Yeah.
You remember the lines?
I guarantee you, Paulie said that in his bedroom.
Absolutely, that's him, bro. So let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question. So, when it comes down to it, so the next fight for Devin, we talking Shakur Tank, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's gotta be a pay-per-view fight, correct?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. Do you think that Shakur versus Devin would sell?
Hell yeah, it'll sell.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, that would sell big. You know
For
what
the
I'm saying?
casuals, like I'm saying, like what are we considering? Like what? Like let's say 250.
Well,
And
I
like if
don't think
someone,
I don't think it'll be as big as the Ryan Garcia fight. I don't think Devin is as well known as Ryan Garcia. You know, Ryan Garcia appeals to the demographic out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, he brings in he touched those casual fans, not like Devin. You know, so Devin, say he's more of a hardcore boxing fan. He do have some fans, but I don't think it'll be as big as the Ryan Garcia fight. You know, I think Ryan Garcia.
I think Tank versus Devin will. I think Tank versus Devin promoted properly could top Tank versus Ryan.
We'll have to see.
I think Shakur and Tank will do more because Shakur got a buzz too.
Yeah, and Shakur a thug on the low, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Shakur street nigga on the low. He from North, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like
because Tank really is a star, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No
Anybody who fights Tank, you know what I'm saying? Then you got a dance partner like Devin, it's gonna explode because they're gonna know who Devin is through Tank. You see what I'm saying? With him being undisputed, you know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, he's the undisputed champion and shit. Tank got to fight the undisputed champion. And once that get around and they recognize, saying who Devin is, I think it'll grow from there. Like you say, depending on how they promote it, you know what I'm saying? You got to put some promotion behind this thing. Mm-hmm. And that'll be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful fight build up. Can you imagine the shit they're going to be talking? You're gonna see Devin acting all out of character and shit, trying to push Tank little ass, and Tank gonna be trying to knock his ass out and shit, you know what I'm saying? In the stand, the face off and stuff, and that's gonna be that would be wild, especially with Stevenson too. You can see his fiery ass, you know what I'm saying? He'll go into character real quick on your ass. Dave Skates All Day says, "Fact, I'm a fan of Triple G." And he said, "I know Ward definitely wanted to smoke with Triple G, but they act like he didn't laugh out loud politics." And he comes back and says, they like it ain't a white American. Let me see, so they like if it ain't a white American, they'll settle for a white European cat. Right. And he says, Dave Skicks All Day says, "I think so far Haney has been boxing very well, but DJ turned Charlo into a KO artist. He might be able to do the same with Haney or get Blu-ray to work with Haney." I don't know. Blu-ray just y'all notice how Blu-ray just kind of fell off the map after he stopped training EJ. I mean, I don't know if I haven't been going to his page lately. Anybody heard anything from Blu-ray, man? I'm like, damn.
I think he low key with it.
Yeah, he's just been chilling, man.
Nah, Blu-ray still training, bro. Like actually, I be rapping the Blu-ray every now and then, man. I'll be having on my podcast every now and then. You know what I'm saying? And he chilling, bro. So he's training like up and coming fighters right now. So he got a couple fighters in the stable for real.
I just wonder what happened to him. I wonder why EJ don't go to him, man. EJ, he be strange with it, man. I mean, because he was at his best when he was training with Blu-ray. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I know he said.
I heard they didn't like the way that he was running his mouth. You know what I'm saying? As far as like certain things when it came to EJ. I don't know how true that is, but that's just a rumor I heard.
No.
Yeah, man. I heard that a long time ago too, but you never know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Gonzalez says Dev definitely got to move to 140.
Yeah, let me read. Shout out Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. You know what I'm saying? He had EJ right, bro. Looking like a real strong man up in there, man. Muscles bulging, popping out everywhere. That nigga looked like he was a Terminator up in that thing. Weedy Gonzalez says
with the shag was different.
Oh man, I'm trying to tell you, bro. He demanded respect. You know what I'm saying? Weedy Gonzalez says definitely got to move to 140 unless he get a Tank payday. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. And Weedy Gonzalez says if Dev and Tank don't make the fight, he got to move up. And he was tired halfway through. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Eden the Remix says, yeah, man. He said they talk a lot. Let me see, a lot of antics. And Mr. Moet says, damn right, Tank is the A side. Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to fight you unless he is the A side. You know what I'm saying? Woody Gonzalez's only fight worth saying at 135 is Devin versus Tank. And Mr. Moet says it's only holding stuff up because the B-side doesn't want to acknowledge their rightful position. Well, think about it. If you look at boxing history, it's not just the star. The stars usually had the belt. You know what I'm saying? If this was the old days, Tank would be the undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? He would be the star. But the way they're building up boxing now, it's a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the star don't have the belt anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, you got the undisputed champion, but he's unknown. So he's not the star that Tank is. So Tank, he commands the A side. You know what I'm saying? Because he's pushed by the PBC, who right now, in my opinion, is the best boxing network right now. That's putting on the best fights. You know what I'm saying? So, they made him a star, and now he's above the belts. Mr. Moet says Dev won't fight Tank because Dev will be unwilling to be the B-side as the undisputed champion. I think Dev will take that money. I mean, I think that's a big enough fight. I think he understands the clout that he needs from Tank to be able to beat him, to be in a position to fight him and beat him and get that stardom. I think he wants that. Weedy Gonzalez says, Mr. What'd you say, bro?
Nah, Tank gonna knock Devin out and then give him his punk ass belts back.
Y'all crazy about Tank, man. This is Mr. Weedy Gonzalez says he definitely has the argument. He has the 4 main belts. He says Tank got Reggie, got that. Oh yeah, they got the regular WBA. But just like Mayweather, you know what I'm saying. Having that Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, that camp over you. Mayweather never cared about the belts. You know what I'm saying? He never did. You know what I'm saying? He was a star. And once he beat Oscar De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying? He just felt like, shit, I'm the best fighter in the world. And Tank is kind of, moving in that direction too. I don't think he's scared of none of these guys, but I think he wants the business to go in his direction. And if they're not willing to do that, we ain't going to get these fights. Let me see. Mr. Moet says Tank is still the A-side despite. Of course, nobody's arguing that. I don't argue that Tank is the A-side. I just want the fight to happen. And I don't want the business of boxing to get in the way. You know what I'm saying? Who is somebody? I know Dev will probably make the concessions. What y'all think? Y'all think he'll make the concessions to make the fight?
Yeah, I think so. I think Hank would be. I mean, I think Haney would be silly not to take that fight. But yeah,
why do y'all say that? He got to go in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Because he got to. Tank got to go in that direction. Shakur, he's the only one probably, can opt out because he just made it to 135. He's got to acclimate himself. He hasn't really fought nobody on that level to demand or deserve those fights between those two guys. Those guys been in the league longer than Shakur.
Yeah, I want to see Shakur fight Jermaine Ortiz.
Oh man, I forgot about him. I forgot about him. Oh man, that Jermaine Ortiz he's something special. I would like to see him and Frank Martin. See, I want to see these guys who are good like that. Frank Martin, I want to see them stop fighting, bro. We don't always have to have the Tanks and the Shakurs and all of them fight. You got some good fighters, man, like Dula Mason, and we got some fighters at 135 that can fight, bro. But they so fucking worried about building their career, like Keyshawn Davis with his pop-eyed self. You know what I'm saying? He need to come on up and step it up, man, and fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then he could talk. That talk will really mean something. You know what I'm saying? When he bucking his eyes on Instagram, I'm like, what's wrong with this kid? It's always like he hawked up on something, bro. You got to fight somebody first and prove yourself. I think he's special. I think he's a special dude. You know what I'm saying? But I just think he talk a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Talk a little bit too much shit. And, because I think when they were thinking about fighting Keyshawn, he's like, I only got 6-7 fights. Why are you picking on me? Right? No, nobody want to hear that, bro. He's like, if you want to step up to the big leagues, then step up into the big leagues. What's going on? Boley says, if Devin versus Shakur was next, Bob would be shouting it from the rooftops. Well, I think he's trying to put it out there that's what he wants. You know what I'm saying? So to see if Devin would take the bait, You know, saying he already offered the winner between Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor to Dev. So in case Dev want to move up, he got him up there. Or if he's going to stay down at 135, he got him down there too. So he has no control over Tank's career. Yeah, he can't control what Tank does or what he want to do. So, you know, but he can control the fight between him and Shakur Stevenson, right? So Weedy Gonzalez says pay-per-view numbers don't mean you the A side. He said if Tank and Haney fight, it should sell. I think it will. I think that's not the problem. The problem is how they're going to handle the business of boxing. How is that going to work? Weedy Gonzalez says Tank ain't selling extra million pay-per-views versus Ryan because of him alone, laugh out loud. And Mr. Moet says he says talent. He says pay-per-view pool. He says cachet and Mayweather connections make the Tank the A side. Of course, I understand all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, nobody's going to argue that. You know what I'm saying? Tank ain't that man. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he's an exciting motherfucker. He's a star. You know what I'm saying? That's why people want to see him win. You know what I'm saying? Eric R. He said the Bush League. What Paulie doing? I know, man. You know, I can't stand this dude, man, because he's always on some hater shit. And, you know what I'm saying? He always trying to be slick. You know what I'm saying? It's just that area he comes from, Bensonhurst. You know, everybody up there be trying to be slick talking and shit, you know, and double talking and always trying to change and spin narratives, you know. Let's see. Mr. Moet says Mayweather is relevant in boxing in current day. What that says, Mr. Moet says Mayweather is relevant in boxing in current day. Huh. Current day. I don't know how to say that. Let's see. He says yes, exhibition YouTubers. He says man was Zeus Network pay-per-view. Let's see. Mr. Moet says his numbers are increasing. He sold out Cap One Arena in January and sold out Vegas in April. His live gates are insane. His pay-per-views after Ryan fight will be higher, probably 300 to 400K range. Yeah, I mean, man, I have no doubts that Tank is the man, bro. When it comes to selling fights, as far as being a star, man, he's definitely bona fide. You know what I'm saying? But how is Devin going to fit into that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what is he going to take? What is his part going to be? Does he get any respect for beating Lomachenko? I mean, how far does that push him up the ladder as far as his notoriety? I don't even know what the sales did. Anybody see what the pay-per-view numbers were for this Lomachenko fight? Anybody see that? I don't even know if they released it yet. Let's see. It says Mr. Moore says Mayweather is still relevant based on influence and legacy. Yeah, I think so. What's going on, Emmanuel Seven Lion? What's going on, bro? It says life is good. What's happening, bro? It says oh, I'm doing good, bro. So, Mr. I had to recover from all that damn drinking the other night. It says Mr. Moet says Devin and Loma sold out Vegas, but I bet you those tickets prices wasn't the same as Tank versus Ryan. Yeah, and see, you know, that's another thing that's another possible fight for Devin up at 140. You know what I'm saying? If Ryan, he's probably going to go for Rolly Romero. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a sitting duck, right? But that's a possible fight, and hopefully he don't go for that shit because, you know, people are already looking at Dev like he's going to duck or something. You know what I'm saying? He just got out of a tough fight with Lomachenko, right? So we got to give him some credit, bro. You know what I'm saying, for that. He's if he continue to fight the best, let's say he go out there and he fight Tank and he lose, I still want to see him fight Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I still want to see him all mix it up. You know, but with Tank, he's probably not going to fight both of them. He probably just fight one or the other. You know what I'm saying? You agree with that, Charles?
Yeah, what'd you say, Paul?
I say I don't think he's going to fight Devin and Shakur. Tank, I think he'll fight one or the other. I think he's
going to fight one or the other and move up. I think he pushing it with just one more fight at 135. I think he got one more in him, and it got to be a big fight. And then he moves up. I don't think he's gonna wait for both. So I think right now he probably just juggling on who should be who should be his next guy that he fight, because this is gonna be his last one at 135. And then I think he got to play it smart too, like because if he wins, then he got leverage up at 147 to get a title shot. So he got a lot of thinking to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, life is good. So we need that Super Six tournament, man. That would be so damn fire, bro. I mean, if we could get all them guys up in there and see all that talent at one time knocking off each other, man, that would be beautiful, bro. But I think that's a thing of the past. We just can't seem to get those kind of fighters with that kind of mindset no more. It says life is good. Says Martin beat Ortiz in the amateurs. Yeah, I remember. I saw that. He said he dropped him too. Yeah, you know, Frank is a bad dude, man. That's a scary. His skill level is really scary. Let's see. Eden Remix said the only fighter Tank has to worry about is Shakur. He said, and even then, Shakur would have to fight close to perfect, a perfect fight. And I said, I mean, man, there's a lot of people big on Shakur. You know what I'm saying? But he's probably the one with the least, you know, pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's putting the most pressure on both of these fighters because he's trying to get up. He's trying to get up in them legacy fights. You know what I'm saying? He really want them dudes. But he's a tough dude. He's a hard dude to fight in the ring. Let me see. What you say, Weedy Gonzalez? He says Super Six at 135 is going to be who's going to be the sixth. It'll be somebody. It'll be somebody like a Abdullah Mason, somebody like that, or somebody like a what I think of Shushu. What weight Shushu fight at? I don't see him enough.
Is he a 135?
Bruce Carrick. I'm not sure. Let me see. Somebody look that up. What weight Shushu's? It'll be some of these up and comings like that. Keyshawn Davis. I think they should get into that mix right there. You know what I'm saying? I think they've been fighting long enough to get in. Let's see. Life is Good said they sold out. That would be good for Devin. He said, I bet the majority of the tickets sold were to see Devin lose. You already know. They were definitely white knighting it this weekend. You know, when he pushed Loma, that came, some pay-per-views were sold in. I mean, so they better thank Devin because Lomachenko don't sell shit, man. That dude is so boring. You know, it's funny to me how they call Devin and they call the black fighters boring, but then, you know, you see somebody dead fish like Lomachenko and he's so professional. You know what I'm saying? He respects the sport so much. So they just find a way to give him the compliment, even though he's not selling the fight. He's just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want this. I don't want to answer this question. It's like, bro, man, go sit your ass down, bro. Sell the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like they trying to be too cool for school, and you know, you got to sell the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Woody Gonzalez says, Haney would be foolish to try to stick around 2 more fights at 130, but that's what he done put himself into a corner. You know what I'm saying? Now he got to do it because nobody wants to see him go up to 140 and fight no Teofimo Lopez if he win. You know, nobody want to see him fight Ryan Garcia or somebody of a low stature like that. You know what I'm saying? We want to see him fight the stars. You know what I'm saying? So he done painted himself into a corner.
Hey,
I believe.
Question. I don't mean to change the subject, man, but has anybody found out what happened with Andrew Maloney? Is he good?
Man, didn't he get Falumaloon the other night? I think I caught it. This motherfucker got hit by Nakatani, and Nakatani knocked his ass in the next week, bro.
That was KO of the year, man.
Bro, that motherfucker hit him like, God damn. I was like, I felt that shit. I was like, oh my God, bro, is he dead? You know what I'm saying? I was like, Jesus, he caught him, and the way he reared back, you know, so it's rarely you see a boxer able to load up and land a punch. You know what I'm saying? Like that, load up for that long and land a punch. And he hit Mahoney, man, like, bro, go do something else, bro. Go, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, man, that's like you knew he was gone. You know what I'm saying? That was like you say, knockout of the damn year, bro.
Yeah, when he hit him, man, I went from to like I was concerned. I was like, oh my God, is he?
But did you see how he hit him, bro? He turned that thing over. I mean, he reared back. I'm talking about, and he just, I don't know what the hell he was looking at or what he didn't see, how he was loading up, bro. You could have put your hands up. You could have done anything, but you were so worried about hurting him. And so you worried about what you were going to do. You wasn't thinking about your defense. And man, that was a perfect timing. Perfect timing. Knocked his ass into next week, bro. And Mahoney just down goes Maloney. You know what I'm saying? Hit that day. You could tell when the motherfucker knocked out because they don't be blocking shit. They head hit, bump a couple of times and shit. You be like, damn, bro, you out of here, bro. But I never thought Mahoney was a great boxer or nothing because Nakatani ain't either. You know what I'm saying? He just, got some shit to work on. He went out there and ran into one. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of these fighters, they got to go through it. You know what I'm saying?
They got to.
You're going to learn from your mistakes. You're going to learn today. You ain't going to walk in there on Nakatani no more. And see, Jamel Robinson said Devin has nothing to prove at 135. He said if he kills himself to please people who hate him, he has some serious self-esteem issues. They obviously want to see him handicapped and lose. Well, one thing about it, what I say about that, Jamel, if he signed a contract, you know what I'm saying, the fight tank, then he knows what he's doing. Either he's going for the money or, he's got a nutritionist and now he can make the weight safely. And I'm going to say it like that because these are the two fights everybody want to see Devin. This is legacy for him. You know what I'm saying? If he don't fight these two fights, you know what I'm saying, it's going to hurt his legacy. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got nice legacy fights up at 140, I'm concerned about him with the weight. But if he signed a contract, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing we could say. There's nothing we could do about it. You know what I'm saying? You can't make that excuse if he signed that contract to fight Tank. Now, Tank, one thing about it, Tank going to have a rehydrate clause in there. He's not going to let Haney, you know what I'm saying, blow up over 10 pounds. We all know that, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen it done with Ryan Garcia, and Devin is definitely a big boy. So, he's probably going to do the same shit. Let me see. Mr. Moet says Tank 1, Shakur 2, Frank 3, Keyshawn Davis 5. I'll throw Medulla Mason in there or somewhere like that. Number 6. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw him in there. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. We say I agree. Jamai said he needs to move up, and everybody want some folks want Dev to move up. Tank knocks everybody out. He said we know already. We've heard it 10 million times already. Guys, laugh out loud. And Mr. Moet says Dev should move up to continue to grow into his young man frame or higher weight class. I don't know, man. He can't fuck with nobody 147 right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Shakur has grit. Yes, he does. All of them got grit, bro. All of these guys got grit. He says Devin still has things to prove at 135. He hasn't fought the best of the division. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that. But I just think he's going to be at his best at 140.
Yeah.
And his healthiest, I would say. Woody Gonzalez says Haney not given the love at 135 for being undisputed as he thought. That's why he's killing himself to make 135. Yeah. Oh, no doubt. I got you, King Jew. Yeah, that's something that really bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Because Devin don't get, he's always getting slighted at each level that he, you know what I'm saying, he attained. It's like he's got to deal with the disrespect, man. Mm-hmm. And they just don't like his style, bro. Yeah, I just put the link down there.
Yeah, the casuals don't like Devin because casuals want to see brawling and KOs, but the real boxing fans appreciate the art of Devin Haney.
Yeah, and I think even more so because when you don't have a big punch and you don't have all these special effects, you know what I'm saying, to your boxing game, and you just getting by on pure skill and boxing IQ, that's impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have a big punch, you know what I'm saying, to cut, you know what I'm saying, the balance. Or you know what I'm saying, you got to rely on what you know. And that's what he did. That's what he did with Lomachenko. He went in there and they matched they went for skill, and Devin won. And that's not, people are not respecting that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to respect it, man. Devin ain't the most flashiest guy, but he's like the dude that he prepares and he brings everything he can, and he won. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to learn from that. It's going to give him a lot more confidence in the fight when he goes against Tank. This fight with Loma, let's face it, that was a fighter that Tank didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Earlier in his career, I don't think Loma could fuck with Tank now, but before his confidence got where it is now, before he reached his prime, that I believe Loma would have beat him earlier. You know what I'm saying? But he probably would have got knocked down a few times. Or, you know what I'm saying? I think Tank could have beat him, but I just think mentally Tank wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? He was still developing his confidence. Now I don't think Tank can be shaken. I think he would destroy Lomachenko, especially an old 35-year-old Lomachenko. He would have knocked Lomachenko ass out. Coming crashing the damn pocket like he did. He would have met an uppercut, and that would have been the end of it. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have been talking about it. Mm-hmm. What's going on, King Judah in the building? What's going on?
What's up, brother? Look, man, y'all can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, man, salute to you too, brother, on the panel. I'm coming in, bro, because I got something I want to get off my chest, bro. All day, I've been going on live. People that I fuck with heavy, bro. All the way until I saw you, Paul. Right? If I fuck with you, I'm coming on your live. I'm coming to your channel. So I'm frustrated about something that's going on, bro. Devin Haney just had the biggest fight of the year to me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It was controversial. It had a lot of controversy in it, from the push to the decision to now. They got people. I see multiple channels of people giving their apologies, saying that they rewatched the fight and they giving it to Devin Haney. Same people said Devin Haney robbed Loma. They giving it to Haney after watching it, and Tim Bradley is included in that. Tim Bradley went on Fight Hype and just had to clear the air and said he was wrong. He rewatched the fight and he have a 7-5 for Devin Haney. So it's a lot of stuff going on. Like, it's deep, but my thing is, the biggest, when I go on everybody channel, except you, Paul, I ain't hit this yet with y'all. Every channel I go to, people are talking more about Devin Haney not staying in the ring to talk to Shakur Stevenson than everything that's happening in boxing. And when I mean everything, I don't know if you know it or not, Paul, but Tank Davis' team said they flipped a coin on who Tank next fight gonna be, and Shakur won. They just gave Shakur a public call out, which Shakur already answered them. Tank said, I want Shakur next. They flipped the coin of all the people they wanted to fight. I guess it was between Devin and Shakur won it. So Tank Davis and his team went to social media and said, we want Shakur next. Shakur said he about that. Why are we talking about Devin Haney not addressing Shakur Stevenson in the ring? And let me put this out there. He did address Shakur Stevenson in the ring. Shakur walked up to Devin. Devin said, I'm number one. Shakur said, for now. Simultaneously, Devin Haney was being dragged out the ring by security, right? Now, we don't know why, but if you go back and watch that video,
Daddy got hit with a water bottle. Daddy got hit with a fucking water bottle.
Yeah, yes, Pops got hit with a water bottle.
But I saw Devin getting drugged out, right? I saw him getting drugged out by security, and maybe that's what it was. But also, I want to put this out here, y'all. Also, throughout the fight, for the first time, usually when Devin in the corner with Bill, most fighters they take their drinks of water. Usually, it's the team that make them drink. Most fighters, they don't ask for water. Devin asked for water every time he went to the corner in that fight of Lomachenko, if I can recall. Don't quote me on it, but I remember seeing that multiple times when the camera was on him in the corner. He was asking Bill for water, right? Then it took Devin about an hour, almost 2 hours, to come to his post-fight interview. I was waiting on it. I heard Loma talk, and then Top Rank had this long intermission waiting on Devin to come talk. So my opinion, I'm not right. I don't know if I'm right, but my opinion is Devin was probably getting the IV.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that adds to the fact that Devin didn't stay in the ring to talk to Shakur for multiple reasons. But you got people saying he ran from Shakur. But my biggest thing is, why do people want to talk more about Devin not talking to Shakur on the microphone than Tank Davis finally making his decision and saying he wants Shakur next? Why is that not the talking point on everybody's channel? To me, that's the biggest news in boxing since Devin beat Lomachenko.
Well,
I don't think they was dead serious about the call out. Like, because at the end of the day, after Coach Kenny tossed the coin, they was joking in the background talking about 2 out of 3. You know what I mean? But Devin was on the other side of the coin too. You know what I mean? Like, the one thing I can say, since Tank has taken a little bit more control of his situation, he's been consistent in what he's saying. Devin and Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I can't argue that. So, like, the team been saying the exact same thing. Now, if they fight anybody outside of one of them two, I'm gonna call it a duck straight up and down, regardless of where I'm from. You heard? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna call it for what it is. But I don't see it. I really think they want to get it done.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I think he caught. I mean, like I said, bro, I just got this news right about somebody. I think somebody on another channel they pulled it up. The call out, Tank flipped the coin. As of, I see people in the chat talking about some they was playing around, but as of now, nobody told me they was playing. I mean, I took that as a serious call out.
Nah, I got you. And King Judah, I fuck with you, bro. Like, I like you have the best Devin Haney defense. I've heard anybody get. You know what I'm saying? On some real
But
shit.
you are Devin lawyer online. You realize that, right? Everybody made you Devin's lawyer.
The
Hey,
only
King
thing,
Judah Esquire. You know
right?
what
But
I'm saying?
the only thing that kind of bothered me, I just had this issue, bro. I got people that I really fuck with coming at me now after Devin won. I feel like there's a lot of people that's mad that Devin actually won that fight, and he actually have that on his resume now. There's more people that's more mad about that than they want to admit to, right? Because I just think it's crazy, bro, because you never heard me. How many people you ever heard me attack because they are a Tank fan or because they are a Shakur fan? You see what I'm saying? I might defend Devin, but I would never attack you personally because you a fan of that guy. You see what I'm saying?
Agreed.
How many times you ever heard me go out my way to let everybody know I fuck with Devin, and then somebody tell me they fuck with Shakur, and then I go out my way to say they pussy and you love a man because you like your favorite fighter?
Yeah, that's
that's more Bud fan esque. You
Mm.
know, keeping it buck. That's more Bud fan esque. You know,
But you know how boxing is, motherfuckers, they ride with who they ride with, and they feel passionately about Tank and Shakur, and they got their fans. So, if you rolling with you know how it go. If you rolling with the other side, they want to attack you because, you flagging or caping, or they figure you caping for another fighter. They want to go at you. So that's just how boxing is, bro. I mean,
niggas
that.
saying anything in the chat sometimes, though, man. Niggas be wild in the chat sometimes, bro. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, I just feel like people wanted to give Devin a loss anyway, bro. Like Devin won this fight. Even though Devin won, they have to give him some kind of loss. So now they saying he lost because he didn't talk to Shakur in the ring. That's a loss.
Right.
So
Well, it's kind of like it's kind of like, you see, when you see Tank win, he win by knockout. You know what I'm saying? But when Devin win, he's winning by controversial means. See, so and they kind of like, saying they're not like looking at they're not appreciating the skills of Devin. He's fighting better competition. You see what I'm saying? And it's like they're not really giving him that understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because all they're doing is looking at how dynamic Tank and Shakur, by the way, they're blowing people out the water. But Devin ain't fighting them kind of dudes. He's fighting them dudes that know what they're doing. He's fighting them dudes that were champions. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see what they look like when they fight each other. And I think they all kind of like got their own expertise and skills. It's who can impose that in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm so interested. For me, it ain't so much about being on anybody's team. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even look at it that way. Because I'm really a fan of all of them, and I just think they're all closely skilled. No matter who you think gonna win, let's go ahead and push for the fights. You know what I'm saying? As boxing fans, that's what we need to do. Keep on their necks. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing them towards each other and see who gonna fight who first. I don't care. I don't think they can duck each other at this point. I think they're on a collision course. You know what I'm saying? And they got to make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying?
It has to be, bro. Like, listen, if they don't fight, I better see Calvin Ford and Bill Haney fight. Something. Somebody not fight.
You know what?
I'm
It's too much. It's too much talking that's been done between all three of them. Like, it's gonna have to be them Nets. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do all that talking and then not fight.
What y'all think about Tank Davis? Like I told y'all, which is, I don't know if y'all seen it, but Tank Davis' team said they flipped the coin and they chose Shakur. Like, it's not like that happened.
See, now by them doing that, they gotta be of their word. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do all that, flip a coin, show everybody who Nets, then he got to be Nets. If Shakur ain't Nets for whatever reason, maybe he got a fight already and worse, then Devin should be Nets like automatically. It shouldn't be nobody else.
Right.
Them saying Shakur name ain't nothing new though. That's not new. Like that's not exclusive news. Like that's been going on for the past few weeks.
But this is the first time they said something definitively though, bro. That's what I'm saying. I've never heard them definitively say who was next. It was always
I
Devin.
don't really take that. I don't take that seriously. Like, if Tank ain't say it, I'm not taking it seriously. Like Coach
Oh, I
Kenny,
got you. I
Calvin
got you.
Ford, they don't speak for Tank. If Tank ain't say it, I don't believe it. Like
I
I
got
get it. It sound good. It go viral and all that. But if it ain't come out Tank mouth, I don't believe it. Because Tank is the one making the decision. That I know.
I got you.
I live 15 minutes from Upton Gym, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I know people that go there every day.
Okay, Life is Good says give Devin some time. He said to get his head together and let's see what he wants next. I say the same thing. You know, he just came out of a really tough fight with a really great veteran fighter. So you know what I'm saying. It's going to be, you know what I'm saying. He's going to have to gather himself up for the next situation. Let's see. Eden the remix says Rolly is a UFC fighter. He said Rolly should fight Jake Paul. That he would too. Rolly would do some shit like that. He don't care. Life is Good says it's either Tank or Shakur is next. And Weedy Gonzalez says Tank 5'5" at 28. He should be able to make 135 easy. And Pitbull Cruz has been thrown in that Super 6. Yeah, well, I don't know, man.
You know what? I'm sorry. You gotta throw him out because he does Shakur.
Yeah, he sure did, didn't he?
Yep.
He sure did. You know, but I think Tank was talking about fighting him again. I saw that somewhere.
Man,
Calvin Ford said that. Tank said he don't want that fight.
Okay.
Yo, Paul,
okay.
I put you on something I heard, bro.
What's going on, Asante? What's going on, bro? What'd you say, bro?
Yeah, Paul, I was just on BF. I want to put you on some exclusive stuff he had gave us over there, but I know you ain't get a chance to catch it. But he was saying you know that he was in Vegas. He was with Devin before the fight and after the fight. So BF was out there. And he was saying that after the fight, Bill tried to walk up. I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all know after every fight, the Haneys usually go up to their opponent. They give their respect, and they usually ask, you know, Devin like to get feedback from opponents, like, how did I do here? How did I do there? He do that a lot. So they tried to go to Lomachenko and was like, hey, man, we giving Loma all the respect. And, you know, he was as good. He was as good as we thought he was. They gave him the respect. And it was like, we just want our respect because y'all said Devin wasn't a true undisputed. That's what they said. He said, we just want our respect. He said, can we get our respect as undisputed champions? Lomachenko team told him no to his face. So they said Bill lost it. Like Bill started going off. BF said he got into it with some people. Man, it turned into some big shit in there. The way BF was talking about it, bro, it was some shit going on. Man, them white folks lost their mind in there. They
don't you see what's going on? Don't you see all?
Yeah, the crowd started going at Bill Haney. Admit your son lost and this and that, yada yada yada. They say Bill had lost it to the point where he had to get ushered out of there by security. So they said they hopped in the Maybach. I'm telling the story just like BF did. They hopped in the Maybach and they say before Bill left, he had hollered out the window and he said, and still ain't no white boy never gonna beat my fucking son. That's what Bill said on the way out.
Hey yo, see, that's the part of Bill.
I would do the same thing if that was my son.
That's the shit that Bill do. You gotta fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But on the other end, you gotta fuck with a nigga who ride for his son like that. You know what I mean? But on the other scale, yo, handing out mugshots of another black man getting locked up, bro, is sucker shit.
I didn't like that.
It's sucker shit. It's sucker shit, bro. And I will never condone it. And anybody who condone it is a sucker.
Well, see, this my thing on it, man. They always talking about Lomachenko humble. He respect the sport. Now he done took an L and shit. Now he can't handle it. Now he don't want to give Devin his props. Now, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like it's convenient for them, you know what I'm saying, to make it look like Loma is some kind of statesman of the sport and shit. That motherfucker ain't no damn statesman. You know what I'm saying? He just used to having everything go his way because, you know, he was top ranked golden boy. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's getting old and it's time for his ass to go and sit down somewhere, they can't handle it because that was their great white hope. And this was a great white hope fight. I don't care what nobody say. It was great white hope fight. And you can see all the tiki torches out there now. You know, they all making videos. They angry, trying to say that Loma won and trying to flood the social media algorithms with all this hate. I'm sorry, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but he's a regular fighter. He's just like anybody else, bro. Just like Triple G. You know what I'm saying? You know, he stayed away from them Charlos, just like Just like Canelo stayed away from them damn Charlos, you know what I'm saying? And when you finally, say get in the ring with somebody young, like a Devin Haney or athletic fighter, and you lose, they can't handle it, bro. They can't handle it.
I think Loma
You lost, nigga. You lost.
Yeah, I think Loma did better. I think Loma took on more challenges than Triple G. Like Triple G was a sucker, bro. Like Triple G got.
I'm just saying, look how they move in boxing, and they try to act like everything is normal and shit, bro. No, you know what I'm saying. You thought you was gonna get. He thought he was gonna get that white privilege nod. He thought he was gonna be able to go in there and do a little shit and win 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end and win. Or he thought he was gonna get that white privilege vote, and he didn't get it.
Yeah, like I think it's arguable. You know what I'm saying? Like going back, like I said, I can argue 7-5 either way. I rewatched the fight like 2.5 times. Like I got like through the third time. I got through like the 7th round. You know what I'm saying? But from what I've seen in two clean looks, I can see people arguing the other way, just depending on what you're looking at. But at the end of the day, you gotta give credit to Devin Haney. You gotta give credit to the winner because it could have went either way depending on the judges. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I didn't see that. I didn't see it.
I saw Haney carry him up with body shots.
I didn't see that.
He definitely was ripping the body, man. But I thought Loma showed more ring generalship. You know what I mean? At the same time, Devin Haney was getting, for as big as Devin Haney was, he was still getting touched by Loma. You know what I'm saying? Now Loma ain't necessarily have the power, you know what I'm saying? But he was touching Devin, man. You know what I mean? And
I mean, but you don't get 5 points for touching Devin. You get a point for touching. You know what I'm saying? Anytime Lomachenko turned up, they act like that was the whole goddamn round. You know what I'm saying? Devin worked 2 minutes he won 2 minutes of the round, then here come Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the round, trying to steal it. And there, with the commentators too.
Yeah, that's when the commentating comes in too, man.
Oh my God, Devin's legs are weak. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's knocking those blonde tips on his head. It's like they were just exaggerating shit. And I was like, come on, man. Y'all stop that. Stop that. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at Dev. At one point, Dev lost his shit a little bit, lost his composure a little bit, but he came back. He held on. And that's what made this fight so great. That you saw that he was shook when Lomachenko was coming on. But those few rounds he won, bro. I mean, you can't give him the fight for those few rounds. Devin won the majority of the rounds. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell motherfuckers. They keep talking about, you can't give Devin more than 6 rounds. Yes, you can. You know what I'm saying? If you was watching the fight, you know what I'm saying? They just gave the swing rounds to Loma. They, in their mind, they gave the swing round. Whatever Loma did, you know what I'm saying, in the rounds that they, you know what I'm saying, that was on the swing rounds, they gave it to Loma. You know what I'm saying? I gave it to Devin.
You got to eventually beat the champion. And if not,
that too.
Yeah, you got to eventually beat the champion. And if
let me tell you something. They wanted that white privilege vote because Loma's a 3-division champion. He's the great white hope. He's a gold medalist and all this shit. And he, because they keep bringing, for some reason, they keep bringing up that amateur career record, bro. I get so tired of hearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
who does that?
He keep bringing that shit up, like, hey man, he's a 3-division, like they do Terrence Crawford. When you start talking about Terrence Crawford, you got to hear the whole resume. You can't hear about the weak shit he doing at 147. You got to hear the whole motherfucking thing. You got
that old ass picture they keep.
Like this nigga fought Mike Tyson and shit when he was 6 and shit. You got to hear all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Let's see.
I got debating a brother in the barbershop, man, about this. He's a huge Bud fan, so it's kind of like typical shit. Like like Bud. You gotta like a prototype of Bud fans. You can have like reasonable Bud fans, almost like Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your QAnon Republicans, and you got kind of like moderate, reasonable Republicans. You got to have a conversation with. So talking to his brother, he was the unreasonable type. So I'm like, listen, bro, you gotta explain to me how a nigga who did business with Michael Jackson, Drake, and Beyonce is going to do bad business with this. Like this is like pocket change to Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? For what that for opposed to what the business deal that this man makes. You have to explain like who would put a contract out on a house that they had no intention of buying. You know what I mean? Like who would go try on shoes that don't fit for the sake of you doing it? You know what I mean? Like you just have to use logic and common sense when it comes to this at some point. And the fanboyism, they like just takes over logic with some of these people. And like at the end of the day, that guy don't want to fight Earl, man. He don't. Like you want to fight a guy who could knock you. Who would you rather fight? The guy who the guy who can get you out of there, you know what I'm saying, within 5 to 6, or the nigga who can go 12 with you and break your bones while he punching you. He don't want to go through that, bro. He saw what happened to Ugas, man. He saw what happened to Ugas. Listen,
I agree.
When they thought Earl was on some drunk shit, you know what I mean, and he wasn't on his shit, that's when Bud was willing to fight Earl. After them car accidents, and he still looked like that, bro. He don't want to fight that, man. He don't want to fight that, man.
I got a question, Paul. I want to address the comment you just had up there, bro. A lot of these people, bro, who thinking Loma won, cool. I just want to hear something that makes sense when you tell me why. I keep seeing that dude Elijah one everywhere, and he keeps saying the same thing. Loma.
Yeah, he'll troll.
Yeah, he outlanded Devin 44-7 the last 3 rounds, knocked it off. Loma won. What you don't understand is most experts and people with common sense got Devin winning the first 6 straight. So if you say he won 3 straight, the last 3, which he didn't, he lost the 12. Everybody have him losing the 12th round because Devin took over the 12th round. So right then and there, that's 7 rounds. The first 6 and 12 means 7-5. Loma still lost. That's what you're not understanding. Because you talking about the last 3 rounds, you're not telling me that Loma won the last 6 because everybody have Devin winning the first half of the fight. So unless Loma won from how I want to say 5 on out, he still lost the fight. It don't matter if he outlanded Devin 44-7 in the last 3, he still lost the fight.
Well, see, you arguing with a troll. He understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? He just don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Trolls are gonna just keep on trolling, bro. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a damn. He's just gonna keep on, talking that shit. That's what trolls do. He know Loma lost, and it's in the box rec now. You know what I'm saying? When you go to box rec, see if Loma won. I want you to go to box rec right now and see who won and who lost. And I bet you'll see a big old L. I bet you'll see a big old motherfucking L for Lomachenko. His ass lost. It'll be his motherfucking 5th time he lost. Yeah, I gave that bitch an extra loss. Yeah,
like that cry, like hearing Loma cry, you know how much he put into that fight.
Was it Devin Haney crying? Was Devin Haney crying, or was it Lomachenko crying?
You heard Lomachenko. Listen, that cry was almost as epic as my man. What was that shit on? Hoarders, there was a man named Rocky something. He was a boxer living on the street. His son and shit. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, man, like I give all respect. I got even more praise and for Lomachenko than what I initially did. You know what I mean? Like that was a really good fight. The regardless of the outcome, just as a fan watching, great fight. Great fight. You know what I mean? But I want Devin Haney to get all his credit. Like I said. Because when this Tank shit come up, I don't want anybody to take anything away from Tank. Devin Haney gets all the credit in the world. Top 3 undisputed, pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? Undisputed shit. Salute to that black man. Salute to that king, bro. Salute to Bill Haney for being able to even put his son in that position. You know what I mean? Like you have to. That's why I respect Bill.
I do too. I mean, he got his son there. Yeah.
Yeah, he got his son there, man. Like the same shit with Kenny. But I just don't respect. I just can't condone sucker shit. So the shit that sucker shit Bill did, I never condone that, bro. Like you can't claim to be no street nigga, handing out mugshots of a nigga, bro. Like they just don't go hand in hand.
Hey, brother, you've been quiet, man. And JB Sports has joined the building. What's going on, Bolo? You've been quiet. What's going on?
Well, I'm just letting you guys talk because you know you were having a good conversation. So you know, I just wait for you to introduce us. You know, so I can jump in. You know, I'll jump in when I can. But man, I'm not gonna let none of these guys. I'm not, you know, any of the outside banter destroy what I thought was a really good main event. And from a boxing perspective, I enjoyed that fight a lot. I felt like I got my money's worth from the main event. I said this before on somewhere else. I didn't like the undercard, but you know, again, I'll say it again. To me, I scored the fight live. I had Haney winning the fight 7-5. I'm not opposed to the because there was some swing rounds, and there was like 2 rounds where I thought it was really tough to determine who won that fight. So I could have seen 8-4. And I think Haney won. I don't think there's. I mean, I could maybe see a draw, but I really don't think if you from what I saw, man, Lomachenko didn't win that fight. You know, he wasn't busy. He was not busy enough in that fight. He wasn't busy enough. There was a lot of space in between where he wasn't doing anything, and Haney was the aggressor. When everything seems equal, when Haney was counterpunch, like Lomachenko would hit Haney with a good shot, and what would happen? Haney would counter him immediately and hit him clean. Okay, so that in itself almost evens things out. And then when you look at the fight, when you look at the round like that, and a lot of times you're going to favor the aggressor. And the consistent aggressor in that fight was Devin Haney. And he had a bad round in the 11th, but that doesn't affect the whole fight. That's just one round. Technically speaking, when it comes to boxing, the first round is just as valuable as the 12th round or the 11th round. Right? Unless you get knocked down or deducted a point or whatever. So, man, I'm not gonna I don't care what Paulie says. I mean, you should just let that guy fade away. Honestly, like he does make some good points. I'm not gonna lie. I've snuck in to listen to here or there, but every time this guy comes back to this idiocy, and I tell it's reminding me that I just got to stay away from certain things. There's a lot of opinions on the internet and on YouTube, man. Not everybody deserves the attention. There's a reason he got booted off of Showtime, and that was for something that was way more serious than trying to incite race issues amongst boxing fans. You know, those types of comments, man. You got to take that stuff serious because it's real life out here for a lot of us. So I'm gonna ignore that guy. I'm gonna pretend he doesn't. I'm gonna pretend he doesn't exist. So
right. What's going on, JB Sports in the building, brother? Long time no see.
Yeah, man. I had a hard time catching up with you, man. You sometimes being working stuff. I see you on when you go live, and I'm not able to get on live with you, man. But I'm off work now, so I'm able to get on with you tonight. Talk about this fight last Saturday. You know, a lot of people out here saying this fight was a robbery, and it was not a robbery. If you had to fight 7-5 for Haney or 7-5 for Lomachenko, it pretty much was that type of fight. A lot of swing rounds. I personally had to fight 6-6. I had Loma 6-5 going into the last round. I thought Haney won the last round to get the draw. But I have no problem with 115, 113. I believe that the one judge that had to fight 116, 112, I believe that was I don't believe that was correct. I think he must have been giving Haney every close round. You're gonna give him 8-4. I don't see that. I can see 7-5 Haney. So it was a good fight. Haney came out surprisingly aggressive. I don't think he was going to be fighting, jabbing and trying to control distance, but he actually came out in the first half of the fight very aggressive, establishing the jab, throwing those good hooks to the body. He did a very good job early on. But I think what happened was that the fight went on, Haney stopped throwing that jab because if you watch the fight closely, Loma started kind of timing with them little real sneaky straight right hand, and he kind of took that jab away from Haney in the second half of that fight. He started to land those left hands on a consistent basis. So the first half was definitely Devin Haney's. I think I might have had it 4-2 Haney at the 6th round, something like that. But I thought Loma rallied in the second half and won I think 4 of the last 6 rounds to tie it up. So it was a good fight, man. I can't complain about whoever had if people had Haney winning 7-5 or people had Lomachenko winning 7-5. It was that type of fight, a very close, high-level chess match between 2 top fighters at 135 pounds. So Haney being the champion, you got to take the title from the champion. And bottom line is Loma did not do enough to take the title from the champion. Like, like they used to do it back in the days when Muhammad Ali was champion and Larry Holmes was champion. You had to take the title from the champion. It was close. Look at Larry Holmes. I mean, look at Muhammad Ali getting the decision against Ken Norton. A lot of people thought he lost that third fight.
Yeah.
And, he got the decision on that. Larry Holmes and Tim Witherspoon. Yeah, a lot of people thought Witherspoon would be Larry Holmes, but Holmes got the decision because he was the champion. A lot of close rounds.
Yeah, Ken Norton broke goddamn Ali jaw.
Yeah.
I think in that fight.
Yeah, he won the first fight. A lot of people thought he won the third fight. Some people thought he won the second fight, but it was just, Muhammad Ali was a champion on that third fight, and he was able to get the decision. When most people at ringside, or most people watching that fight on TV thought Ken Norton won. So you got to take the title from the champion. Devin Haney is the champion.
But do you see the outrage, bro? You know what I'm saying? Do you see the outrage? Everybody is on fire. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm is on fire about a robbery. And they was like throwing bottles and shit, you know what I'm saying, in the ring. You know what I'm saying? They booed him, you know what I'm saying? Devin Haney and his father up out the ring, bro. It was crazy, man.
That was ridiculous. I don't want to be trying to play patriotism enough, but that was, Haney's from Las Vegas. That's his hometown. You got a U.S. fighter fighting a guy from Ukraine. You would think that the fans would be on pulling for Haney. We here in the United States, so that was kind of. I don't know if they had a lot of, United States is a melting pot. They got people coming from everywhere. Maybe they had a lot of huge Ukrainian contingent in the crowd. Maybe that was the case, or maybe you have people that just don't like Devin Haney, for whatever reason. But that was kind of, I really didn't understand it. I was like, man, what they doing, man? Throwing bottles like this was some kind of robbery, like a Lennox Lewis and the Holyfield won when that fight was a draw, and everybody knows Lennox won 11 of the 12 rounds. It wasn't that type of fight. It was a very, very close fight, 7-5 either way. I had it 6-6, so I had no problem with Devin Haney getting the decision. I changed one round to Haney. Haney wins at 7-5, so I had no problem with 2 of the 3 judges scopes. I didn't have a problem with the 116, 112. I thought that was a little too wide, though.
Well, let me ask y'all this: where does Loma go from here? What does Loma do from here? You saw the tears, you saw the emotion. How does this affect him going forward? What does he have next? You know what I'm saying, to look forward to?
They say there's like a 75% chance he retired. That's what his team said.
Now, I think it's just the power. He's so close to the loss. You don't think he got a couple of more fights in him? You know what I'm saying?
I'd like to see him versus Shakur. I ain't gonna lie. I'd like to see him versus Shakur.
He ain't fighting no damn Shakur.
Nah, he ain't gonna. He's not gonna fight Shakur. I'd like to see it though. I'd like to see him versus Shakur, or even or Tank. I ain't gonna lie. Like I still like to see him fight Tank.
Man, do you think the white establishment could take another L like that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They'd already stormed the White House, bro. You know what I mean? So I don't know how much more, could happen after that.
I mean, imagine he get beat by Shakur and get knocked out by Tank. You know what I'm saying? It'd be Paulie be on here, going crazy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think he got 1 or 2 more fights. I don't know if he's gonna still fight at 135. I think he
or him versus Keyshawn. Well, step up fight for Keyshawn.
Man, you don't want to fight no damn
Keyshawn. Not ready. He's not ready for Loma.
No,
he ain't ready yet.
No, Loma's still a bad dude, man. You saw the trouble he gave Devin.
Loma still showed he with the shit. I think he still proved that he still got it. You know what I mean? Like from that Devin fight, he proved he still got it.
Well, for now, you know what I'm saying? It's like this here has changed. You could take a loss. It changes your mentality for the sport. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be as competitive? You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot out of you because he probably trained his ass off and now he just feel defeated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is he going to have enough in the gas tank, enough spirit, enough motivation, you know what I'm saying, to stay competitive? Especially we got all these youngsters in here that, like Shakur, and, we got these athletic guys in here now. He used to be one of the athletic guys, but now he's 35. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to keep up with a Shakur Stevenson or handle the punch placement of a Tank. You know what I'm saying? He only got worse. Devin was probably the least of them all. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Y'all see what I'm saying? He definitely only can get worse from here. So, you know what I'm saying? Unless he pick on somebody like
Go back down to 130. Go back down to 130.
Yeah, he can go back down to 130 and fight the Oscar
Go back down
Valdez
to 130.
Navarrete winner.
Absolutely.
Fight the
Exactly.
Valdez Navarrete winner. That's fight gonna get made later on this year.
And,
Like
and
the
I,
winner
can
of
see
that.
Go back down to
I
130.
can see him making a little money on that and trying to get his kudos back and maybe try to come back up. You know, so he's gonna need a confidence. He's gonna have to get that confidence built back up, most definitely. But it was a good fight though. If they run it back, he might want to run it back. What y'all think about that? You know,
He
them
want to
running
run it back.
Haney said he's not interested. Haney said he's not interested.
Haney's already said they ain't running it back.
Yeah, Haney's gonna stick at 135 either for Tank or Shakur. If he gonna get those two fights, he's gonna move it to 140. So
well, they're gonna definitely
I
try.
I just got a feeling, man. So, all right, so listen. So Devin re-signed with Top Rank 2 days before the fight. Like, don't mean nothing.
That's
the Paulie Malignaggi. I ain't heard that confirmed. I saw Paulie Malignaggi mention that on Fight Hype, but ain't nobody from Top Rank confirmed that. But you know, he might have some inside knowledge. Maybe that is true.
But here's what I say. But this is what Bob said in an article I read. He said even if he lost the fight, he still was going to offer him a deal with
fight at 140.
Right, a fight at 140.
Right,
even if he lost.
So it's a fight at 140. A duck after all that shit he talked.
Now, if he fight the Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor winner, I can't really call it a duck. He fight for a world title in a second weight class. He's trying to become a multi-division world champion.
That's true. That's true. You're right about that.
But I mean, shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he said after the fight, he said, I'm looking at Shakur and I'm going back to the drawing board, looking at Shakur and I'm looking at Tank Davis. So, you know, to me, that's who he's looking at. He didn't say shit about no Josh Taylor or the winner of TO. He said, I'm looking at two fighters. And that's Shakur Stevenson and that's Tank. That's who he say he's looking at. And I'm a whole...
Yeah, he was saying, I know his dad, Bill, said that, you know, he was talking with Bob Arum. They had a meeting that Bob Arum threw out the Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor winner as a possible opponent for him in his next fight. So his dad saying that, and I know, like you said, Haney saying that he won't, if he stays at 135, that's the caveat. If he stays at 130, he only going to stay at 135 for two fights, Tank or Shakur. So he kind of leave himself out and said, okay, well, I'm going up to 140. You know, if I was going to stay at 135, I would have took those two fights. I could get those two fights, for whatever reason. I'm going to move up to 140 and take on the winner of Taylor versus Lopez.
Yeah, the reason I think he's gonna move up though, bro, is because, like I said, leading up to this, I think I said this before on this platform, bro. I'm going back on what's been said that's giving me context clues on what he might do next. At first, it was Bill, man. We stand at 135. Y'all got to come through us. All the belts over here. You know what I'm saying? Then it turned to Devin. When Devin was like, "Look, I'm gonna see how my body feel on weigh-in, and then I'm gonna know what I'm gonna do from there." Then it went from Devin saying that to right before his weigh-in. I guess he felt that weight cut right before he weighed in. He told the world, because I skipped one. Bill Haney at an interview was saying, well, you know, we fighting for our independence. I took that as Bill saying that I know Bob Arum don't want to make a Tank fight, so we fighting for our independence from Top Rank. That way we can make that Tank fight for ourselves. Then it turned around to right before Devin weighed in, Devin saying Top Rank is my home now. I feel like Bill Haney wants to Tank Davis fight. Devin Haney don't feel comfortable at the weight no more. He's saying Top Rank is his home because he knows it's possible. He may have to move up, and Bob Arum is the man that can make the fights he need at 140.
Yeah.
Bill got shut up then, bro. Bill got shut the fuck up then.
If Paulie Malignaggi is telling the truth and he did re-sign with Top Rank 2 days ago, the chances of him fighting Tank has decreased. I'm not saying the fight's not going to happen, but it decreased if he signed back with Top Rank.
It's less likely. It's
less
likely.
Yep.
What about the fight with Shakur though? You know what I'm saying? You know,
true. That goes both ways. So let's just say that's the case, right? And Tank can't fight either one. Niggas is gonna call Tank a duck, and that's crazy. Like, cause we all know the politics.
Well, I mean, if Tank gonna fight Shakur, shit, he can fight Devin. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to be real that he fight both of them though. I think that's something.
Nah, I think it's gonna be one or the other. Like I think more than likely it's gonna be Tank and Shakur. I think Devin's gonna move up. Like it's kind of like Bud saying he's gonna fight Earl and Charlo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's the equivalent of that. Bud saying he's gonna fight Earl and Charlo, knowing what the politics is. Like, nah.
Did y'all see the video of the weigh-in, right? I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but did y'all watch the whole video of Devin Haney weigh-in, his last weigh-in, when Bill, they showed what, they had the weigh-in that was off.
Yeah, where he was like behind, he was in a secret weigh-in or some shit. Or
and that's because Devin Haney didn't want nobody to see how sunken in he was. They did it privately. But what stuck out to me was when after the weigh-in was over with, how Bill Haney was rushing Devin. Devin Haney had the hoodie on with the glasses. He didn't want nobody to see his face. He rushed Devin straight to the car. Devin went straight home, but Bill stayed there, I guess, to talk to the media. Devin had to go straight home. That was telling to me. He rushed his son home because his son wasn't healthy. He told Devin, go straight home and recover. You need to rehydrate. That's how serious that shit was. Devin didn't stick around for nothing. He got in the truck and he went straight home. Bill stayed. They told me so they didn't leave together and they didn't stay together. Devin had to rush home.
Yep. Yeah, it might be it's about that time to move up to 140 then. Move to 140 and got some good fights up there at 140. Top Rank got some fighters up under their stable at 140. So he got it's not Tank or Shakur, but like I say, you get that Lopez Taylor winner. That's a good fight. They got some other guys at 140. Barbosa Jr. They got a bunch of guys. What's old boy from Fresno? The Spanish guy from Fresno that ducked out of the pro grade fight. I can't remember his name. I mean, Ramirez at 140. That's another Top Rank fighter. So they got some fights up there for Haney. The one thing about it is him being undisputed, that kind of raises his level, raises his profile. He goes up to 140. Those belts, they stay at 135. He can kind of go to 140 and say, hey, I'm just trying out 140. And he might be able to hold on to them belts a little longer, but eventually he's going to have to probably drop those belts if he continues to stay at 140. And, if he gets the win of Lopez versus Taylor, that's for a world title. So he'll be able to be champion at 140. So that'll be a good thing. But we'll just have to see what decision he makes, man. He's got some good options. If he is indeed re-signed with Top Rank, he's got a lot of options at 140.
I like to see. I like to see Devin versus Tio at 140, but I think both of them need to switch trainers. I think both of them need to dump their fathers and get additional trainers.
Even if Devin don't get rid of Bill, right? Listen, hear me out. I think Devin do need to bring some more experienced a guy in, and the reason I'm not taking nothing from Bill, the way they doing everything to me, bro, it's amazing. Because Devin, I watched the documentary where Devin was talking about how Bill didn't have no experience with training, Devin didn't have no experience with fighting. They both learned everything on the fly. So what they've been able to do is amazing, bro. I just think that now that Devin has fought a 50-50 fight with an elite fighter, and that's what he's saying he wants from here on out in his career, they may need more experienced guys, bro, in their corner. I'm just being honest with you, bro.
No question.
Oh, I agree, man. If he can get back with Mayweather Sr. or somebody like that, I think that would help him tremendously. Or he can get with him I know Derek James has got his hands full with Garcia there. But somebody like Ronnie Shields, somebody, got some good inside training, somebody, just one of those boxing minds that adds something, to his arsenal, man. He can be consistent with it and something he can go to, to give a different look, because that 1-2, is a little bit played, and he needs to just add some more things, so he can, mix it up and surprise, the opponent. And because once you become predictable, to an opponent like Lomachenko, that's why he was coming back, because you're predictable. He read you. He took all those rounds to see what you were doing. So now you need to change it up a little bit. So you can, make him be guessing again. And, so, that's something that we saw in that fight that, Devin, you got to be able to keep on evolving, in the fight. You need to change it up, bro. Change levels, do something, nigga. Lomachenko was coming on. I was like, what the hell?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Devin is less
body shots.
reliable.
His body shots
reliable since leaving Big Floyd, man. Like his defense ain't even the same since he left Big Floyd. Like Big Floyd had
Big Floyd had him more sharp. He did. Big Floyd had him more sharp.
Absolutely.
Big Floyd, he got that defense, but Roger had that offense. You know what I'm saying? Roger was the Black Mamba, the first Black Mamba.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he knows how to. He was always aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Where his daddy was great at the defense, and Floyd was just a great combination of both of those dudes in one fighter, man. You could see it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I just think Devin needs that. He being a pure boxer, having the same kind of issues that Mayweather had, moving up with the soft hands and having to use his boxing skills. I think that'd be the perfect guy for him to emulate. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's really going to need it.
He's not Floyd, but I think the question, my bad, King, but the question to that would be, will Bill allow it? Because you know what I mean. It's almost the same thing with like Sean and Kenny Porter. Like Kenny Porter had other coaches, including Sean Camps, depending on the fight. But at the same time, you knew it was a level between Sean and Kenny's relationship that Sean wasn't going to cross. You know what I'm saying? As far as overriding Kenny. I think it's kind of like the same thing with Devin, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a young dad too, bro. Like, bro, I'll be 40 this year, yo. My pops just turned 59.
What's going on, Mr. Machine, DJ?
So, like, in the midst of me and my pops' relationship, yo, it's certain shit. Like, I ain't gonna say to my pops, bro, just out of sheer respect and what I got for him. You know what I mean? I think when it comes to Devin, like, I think Bill, like, your son is the undisputed champ, bro, for the 135 division in the fucking world. I think Bill took Devin as far as he could possibly take him, training wise. You know what I mean? Management wise is a different story. You know what I mean? But training wise, he needs more trainers.
Right. One thing I wanted to add about Devin going forward is that he need more. So we saw Devin. He had a game plan to go to the body, right, for the first time in a long time. Because most people who don't watch Devin a lot would say Devin never went to the body that much, but he did in his fight against Abdullayev, right? I seen it because I'm a Haney fan, of course. I know he did that before, but I think going forward that should be a main staple in Devin's arsenal is going to the body like that for most of his fights. Not against Tank though. If he's going against Tank, that shouldn't be his plan. But against most other people, he should do that. And the reason I say that is because you already don't have stopping power. Wouldn't it benefit you to work the body early to give you a better chance of stopping your opponent late? I think Devin should always go to the body in most of his fights from now on because that's your best chance of you breaking somebody down over time because you can't stop them instantly. You don't have that kind of power.
All right, let Peach. Yeah, that's what I was saying Saturday. I said that Saturday when I got on the line. And y'all can play it back. I said it Saturday. I'm like, he did the same punch selection the whole time. The same punch selection. He should have went to the body on the other side. You know what I'm saying? He got to prove his power on the other side, not just he got a sharp jab. His jab was a little pushy, and it should have been more popping. You know what I'm saying? Now you can look at Lomachenko's face. His face was whipped up. You know what I'm saying? He did cut him with that leather a little bit, but he ain't whip it enough. His punch selection, I think that's gonna come from he got to get a new mitt. He got to get a new mitt trainer. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever he working with on the mitts, they got him doing the same thing, the same 1 2 3 1 5 3 1 2. You know what I'm saying? They got him doing the same thing, and when he get in the midst of adversity, like Paul Counter was saying, that's why I had hit the link. He said Lomachenko starting to come on, because he was starting to come on, Paul Counter, because he was able to start the time the jab, and he was able to time the absorb the punch to the body. He kept doing the same thing, the same jab and straight right to the body, jab straight right to the body. You know what I'm saying? He should have did something a little different than that. You know, when they got close, they did their little flurries or whatever on each other and stuff, but that wasn't no real switching up, man. You know what I'm saying? So he got to get, to me, I think he got to get some new components. Now, him getting rid of his father, I heard my man saying, you know what I'm saying, like not define his father. They just need to call. I think even with calling somebody in, you know, I don't know, because you just brought up Sean Porter. Kenny told Sean Porter to throw 800 jabs. Sean Porter said he do 300 and rest of it feints. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of defining his dad right there, in a sense, you know, doing something a little different. Now, Devin in the corner, when his dad was giving him instructions, I don't think Bill really gave him instructions on how to change his punches up. He was just saying, like, kind of like Bullets got it. He was like more motivational, like, yeah, you got this, son. Keep moving around. I rewatched the fight twice since Saturday. So
asking for water, because I want to make sure I was right. Did you see Devin asking for water more than usual, or was I tripping?
In the ninth round, he asked him, he like, give me some more water, but he said, he asked Devin, Bill looked down and said, you all right? He was like, yeah, but I'm in Devin shit. Don't ask me to fuck on my right if I ask you for some water. Give me some more motherfucking water, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, but Bill was looking at him like he was concerned. I think if he'd have gave him a little more water in the 9th round, the 10th round wouldn't have happened like that.
Yeah, man. I think I don't know if you was on here when I said it, bro, but I got a theory. Of course, I don't know if I'm right, but this is my theory. Devin got rushed out. Somebody said they threw a water bottle. I understand that, but even after they threw the water bottle and Devin got rushed out the ring after the fight, it took Devin almost an hour and 30 minutes to make it to the post fight. Like I feel like he was getting an IV back there. I think Devin was dehydrated, bro, because I watched him get tired, bro, after 6.
He could have been not, but your boy had him so bobbled in the 11th round. They had to check. They know they had to check him for his concussion. Cause Lomachenko had them legs. Devin got some strong ass legs, man. You know what I'm saying? That boy got some strong ass legs. Cause Lomachenko in that 11th round, I thought he had. I said, hold on, Shawty got down doing the drunken man. He doing the drunken man a little bit. Them knees them book though. Them knees them book. So I mean, they doing something right with him in the gym.
Yeah,
they kept saying his legs were buckling, and I was like, man, Andre needs to stop, bro. You know
and then Bill told him not to stand straight up and down. He told him stop going at that man straight up and down. Bend your knees when you're going forward. So that let me know that either Bill be listening to us, how we saying we watching the fight and all that stuff, because a lot of the instructions he was giving him, you know what I'm saying, was stuff that we know he been needed to practice on. You know what I'm saying? Like not be so straight up and down, not to be like Ryan. Now I tell you this, what I did say, I seen that he really surpassed Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? As far as skill wise, as far as keeping his chin tucked in, keeping his knees bent a little more, he way past Ryan Garcia now.
Oh yeah, I've been agree. You know that. You know Ryan, he's not consistent enough in his training. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to. I seen his jab improve a little bit more. You know, so he always been a little bold, little sucker, but you know he's a pressure fighter. You know he don't know how to. He don't know how to fight off his back foot. Really, you know.
Let me ask y'all this: do y'all think it's time for his matchmaking and start giving him some young bucks now?
Who that, Loma?
No, Devin Haney.
Giving him some young bucks.
Devin should just go.
Because I think everybody he fought been 7-8 years his elder.
Well, let me say this, brother. Let me say this. I think Devin, the way Devin been moving, bro, for these past 3 or 4 fights, and he put himself in a position that Devin shouldn't go backwards by fighting somebody who's not proven. Devin is in a position right now for the rest of his career. If he keep winning, he's in a position where he can only, if he wanted to, bro, he can choose straight champions and straight people who did something. He don't never have to go back to somebody who didn't do something. You see what I'm saying?
Right, so I feel you on that, but I'm saying, but my question is, young bucks.
Yeah. If that young buck has done something, then it makes sense. But just saying that he gonna fight a young buck because everybody
is like Shakur.
I'm talking about Shakur, Frank Martin, Richardson Hitchison. You know what I'm saying? Them young boy. You know, not no fucking Regis Prograis, 35 years old, like Lomachenko.
Hey, what do you guys?
Regis Prograis old as hell.
I'm saying I don't think Frank Martin makes sense for Devin at this point in his career. But I'm being honest with you.
It ain't got to be Frank Martin. I'm talking about young bucks. Everybody under 30. Anybody under 30 years old that brings some pain.
Tank Shakur.
Shit, Tank, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, you know what I'm saying? These folks young under 30 years old, man, and they bum and shit.
So
Richardson Hitchison under 35. And he was talking shit to that boy last year. Richardson Hitchison said some shit and he responded to him.
Yeah.
He up at 140.
Yeah, he finna fight Montana Love next anyway. That fight's still up as 15.
That fight was like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
him and Rich the same age. Yeah,
that's gonna be it.
So what do you think? What do you think Devin Haney should have a belt though? You think if he's struggling to make weight, would you take a chance because for the money to take the Tank fight, or do you move up to 140?
I will move up to
Yeah,
140 and start
I mean,
collecting
I
bits.
believe he should go to 40, but at 40, he need to get some of that. He need to get, get into to some flame. You know what I'm saying?
You
Fuck
get to
all them old ass niggas.
that
Them old ass niggas ain't doing that for Devin Haney career.
Yeah,
You think
I
he
think he
should
should
get
go to
that
140 and
Sabril
challenge for it.
Matisse?
Say it again, Paul.
I said, y'all think he should fight Sabril Matisse? He'll get all the respect in the world. He beat his ass.
Yeah.
At 140, that nigga be that. He'll be the man. You know what I'm saying? He would command the league.
I think Bob gonna have it to where that's why Devin said top rank my home. I think Bob gonna make a way for Devin to get that winner of Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor. The only thing that kind of throw me off is that if Teofimo is able to pull that fight off, I think he gonna have some resistance. I don't think he in a rush to get in the ring with Devin Haney at 135 or 140. I think Josh Taylor.
I don't think Tio is on Josh Taylor level. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he's dealing with a lot of confidence issues. And, Josh Taylor, he's not looking as good as he once did. So, but, they both kind of broke down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The shine on their career is kind of like, it's a little dull now. So, but I think Josh Taylor is still a couple of classes above Teofimo Lopez, I mean, he couldn't beat Sandor Martin. Remember that Sandor Martin fight? He looked horrible. He looked horrible in that fight.
Yeah.
Josh Taylor.
I think he lost that fight.
Taylor didn't look good against Catterall though.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That fight was a while ago, over a year ago. So it's been a minute since Taylor been in the ring. So
but Taylor is a little slick. He's a little slick mover. He's a dirty little fighter, and that I think he would destroy Tio. Tell you the truth, Tio's a counterpuncher. I don't see him really taking the fight to Taylor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Taylor's going to be killing him on the inside. You know what I'm saying? I just think he's a better class of fighter.
He's a naturally bigger guy. He's a big junior welterweight too, so he's gonna be the much bigger guy on fighting.
He's gonna be all over the field.
Yeah. I don't know who set that Sandor Martin fight up for Teofimo level. That was a horrible matchmaking, man. That's a wrong style, man. Because like you said, Teofimo was a counterpuncher, but he had to be a guy that was a seek and destroy guy fighting, say, Sandor Martin, who's a pure boxer. He likes to fight off the back foot the whole fight, so he had to come forward and try to make the fight. And he, like you said, he probably did lose that fight. That was just a bad matchup. I think the Taylor matchup is better for him. I'm not saying he's gonna beat Taylor, but Taylor's gonna come to him and he's gonna be able to use his counterpunch skills on Taylor. So it's a better stylistic matchup for Teofimo than a Sandor Martin fight was, which was horrible matchmaking by Top Rank.
Wasn't Martin a replacement opponent?
Yeah, I think he was supposed to fight. Was he supposed to fight Pedraza? Pedraza pulled out with an injury, and then I think Sandor Martin was the highest ranked guy, but he should have told him now. He gonna get the
that would have been a damn good fight too, because Pedraza can box his ass off. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a damn good fight to see. He didn't do himself no favors when he asked, do I still got it? And they called it in the corner on camera. Do I still got it? Like he, like he had.
That was messed
what
up.
I'm saying? I know.
Yeah.
It was like you could hear the little violin music and everything, man. When he said that, it was like, damn.
Tio get another trainer, bro. He could be like that. I ain't gonna front. He's hella athletic for. I ain't gonna front. I mean,
he stopped messing with these Instagram thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Trying to marry him.
Yeah,
he'll be all right. That's why he lost, because when you start getting emotionally, you can't concentrate. You can't concentrate on your craft. When your heart messed up. These young guys.
So what's the name out, y'all? Antoine Russell. He done with?
Man, it's like a curse on that family, man. It's like the little young one. You know what I'm saying? He getting beat up and stuff. You ruining the Russell name, bro. You getting beat down. The one with the braids, and then this one he ain't fighting enough, and I don't know. Them boys, they just. I don't know. They were born with tarot cards in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with them. They just don't.
I think I went to school with one of their cousins. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my man QJ, yo. You know what I'm saying? But I went to middle school and high school with one of Gary Russell's cousins. And I think knowing how close knit they was, I think after they lost their pops, bro, they was never the same. You know what I'm saying? And then not only they lose their pops, they lost their brother too. So they lost Batman and Gary
Yeah,
Russell Sr. You know what I'm
man, I
saying? Kind
forgot
of like
about
back to
that,
back.
man.
They lost their oldest brother and their pops back to back. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of think like they ain't necessarily recovered from that, man, because like Gary kind of had to like take over. You know what I mean? For
Yeah,
as the elder. You know
Yeah,
what I
because
mean?
he
I
yeah,
supposed
think
to,
they
But
kind
they
of going through
all
transition with that.
they man, I lost my I mean, I ain't gonna knocking nobody how they feel and how you grieve and stuff like that, but you know, like when you at they still supposed to been like professional though. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
On
No question.
yeah.
No question.
yeah, because he was supposed to be on the undercard of that Rolly fight, but he got pulled from that fight. But like I say, he's still grieving their dad passing away. But
Yeah.
hopefully by the end of
You
this
gotta
year.
think, man. Like you gotta think. I
hmm
think how old is bro? Bro gotta be what, like 23, 24. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something like that. Like, yo, his dad been there his whole life, man. You know what I'm saying? So like even I mean for camps, everything, training, the whole nine, his dad always been there, man. So like it ain't been 2 years. You know what I mean? So like
yeah.
it ain't been 2 years. So like I try to chalk it up to that. Like understanding the transition and trying to move on from that into something new with Gary as the head.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
the PBC, I think they supposed to be releasing their summer schedule, so maybe he might be on that summer schedule that they probably gonna release here in the near future. So
That kid can fight, man. That kid can fight. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Like he got everything lined up, bro. He be a problem. You know what I mean? He'd be a
well,
problem.
sometimes I question how he fights when he fought that Ranch, that Bartholomew guy, and he was just
Yeah,
rushing in there trying to knock him out. I'm like, what you doing, man? It's like you got to use your skills, bro. You know what I'm saying? Use your
yeah,
skills. You know what I'm saying? Don't just rush up in there. And this dude was
yeah. He
timing
was too
them, and
talented. He was
he
too
got.
talented. He too talented to fight like that. Like he definitely a smarter fighter than that.
I mean, he got rocked. I was like, holy shit, what's going on here? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they stopped that fight way too early too. That was a horrible stop. That was like that Rolly stop it. They stopped that fight way too early.
It wasn't quite that bad, but yeah, it was early. It was
Yo,
super early.
Rolly
Rolly
beat the
didn't hit
lead
the nigga.
actor. Yeah, Rolly beat the lead actor in Apocalypto, bro. Like
I told you,
that shit
Rolly
is
didn't even. I mean, he
crazy.
had like 5 punches he missed, and it was like, stop the fight. I was like, no,
Yeah,
Rolly was
like
confused. He was, you can tell, you can't tell when he confused because he always squinting. You know what I'm saying? He always squinting, and damn, like anytime you ask him a question, you know what I'm saying? The boy always look confused.
that nigga
That's
Rolly
how.
beat up on a shaman chief, bro. That was
That's
some
how.
like shaman somewhere, yo. Like that shit was crazy.
That's how you know he's strong. Them people that be confused and crazy like that. Roller knock somebody out. He catch you with them haymakers, boy. That boy rip up toilet seats. I'm trying to tell you. I'm
Yo,
trying to tell
Rolly,
you.
that boy
it
Rolly was
kind
on
of
his
looked like
bicycle this past fight though. I ain't never seen him do that much running. He was on the bicycle. I guess he tasted that boy power, man. He was on his bicycle. I like that. I never seen Rolly move like this. Rolly was on that bicycle the whole fight. He was one of those
Mhm.
shots. He said, "Oh hell no." This boy here got some bricks in his hand, so he moved
I'm
around.
trying to tell you. That boy looked like he wear a helmet at some point in his life. I'm
it's no
trying.
question. Like you gotta kind of credit it to like retarded strength. But then I did some research, and Rolly got a martial arts background, and
Mhm.
in particular judo. So in judo, you got to be squared with everything that you do. All your movements are squared. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it
Oh,
kind of explains.
when he beat up Yidgets and he tossed him,
Yeah,
he
it,
got some
it's
judo in him.
yeah. He's like some art degree black belt in judo. So when you see the movements that he make and it's awkward, if you ever pay attention to his shoulders and his hips, everything's
Mhm.
aligned. You know what I'm saying? Which is
Mhm.
why it looks so awkward because he has a martial arts background.
But that's why he went to sleep when he fought Tank, because he was squared.
Facts. He
And the
was square.
motherfucker came forward and
Yep.
Tank caught him like boot. You know what I'm saying? So much for
Absolutely.
judo and boxing. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So
Absolutely.
much for judo and boxing. Cause he got what he got brave. He thought Tank had done duped him into following him and thinking he had him on the run.
No, Tank lined him up so bad, bro. It was oh my god.
Wasn't that a beautiful shot? You know what I'm saying?
It
It's like
was.
these. That was a beautiful shot. And, you know, he catch quite a few people, you know what I'm saying, like that, with them
And
shots like that,
the
man.
fact that Tank can set traps like that and punch with either hand from multiple angles, I, I just I just don't see anybody beating Tank, man. Like Devin
Yeah,
would have to have a flaw.
that's,
Devin
you
would have
know,
to have a flawless fight to beat Tank. He had to be
well,
flawless for 12 rounds.
I like to see how his mind works, you know what I'm saying, how he's going to try to, because I could see him trying to figure it out and having the confidence and not really knowing. He's just trying to figure you out. And he finally figured out something that worked like he did with Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia was really trying to put it on put it on Tank. He was just trying to land something or a lucky punch and shit, and Tank had to just slip all that shit. And just seeing how his mind worked, he just got on the inside, hit him with a liver shot, and that's incredible. That's smart. That's smart. The way he's found his opening and stuff. So we got to look at that kind of stuff, you know, because I think Tank has grown as a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
High IQ. He's high
Right.
IQ.
Right, and that's when when I watch Dev, I'm looking for what has he learned, and then we got to take into account the caliber of fighter opponent that they fight, and I just think
The
this is good.
The Loma fight is definitely going to make Devin better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna put him out of certain fighters' leagues because he's faced that pressure. You know, can you imagine the pressure of Stevenson? You know what I'm saying, on Devin right now, but he done already been pressured by one of the best. You know what I'm saying, Lomachenko. You see what I'm saying? So he'll be familiar with that kind of you know what I'm saying, experience. You know, Tank going to be pressuring him. So, you know, this is only going to help him get better. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to help him get better. He just need to make the right move for himself, know what his body's feeling like, and, you know, make the right moves, you know. But everybody lose, you know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't saying he's going to lose, but, you know, for whatever
Everybody
reason.
not Floyd, bro. And Floyd, it's going to be one. Floyd is one of one. There's never going to be another Floyd. You know what I mean?
I say the same thing, you know, and fighters don't always go into fights feeling 100%. You know what I'm saying? You know, from all the fights we saw, we don't know what was going on with their bodies. We don't know what was going on with the weight. We don't know a lot of things, you know. Like Orlando Salido came in heavy on Loma ass and threw his ass all around the ring. You see what I'm saying?
Do y'all think that Boots will stay at 140 his whole career, or do y'all think he's gonna move up at some point? I'm gonna tell y'all why I asked.
147, you mean? Yeah, you mean 147. Yeah. I think he's gonna move up. He's a big welterweight. He's gonna move up to 155. I can see him moving all the way up to 160 before his career's over.
Okay, the reason I ask is because, you know, by him being so close to the age of Shakur, I was saying, can we possibly see Boots, Shakur, and Devin at 147 together, or do you think he's gonna move up before then? Because I believe Shakur and Devin gonna end up at 147.
Yeah, I think Boots gonna move up to 154. Yeah. I think it depends on what the fight's available, but he can move up. He definitely got the body frame to move up to 154, even 160. I think he'll probably be looking at, you know, what's at 147 and what's at 154. Because the next super fight is at 147 is Boots versus Virgil Ortiz. So say he beats Virgil Ortiz, and you know, it's nobody really at 147. Maybe he goes up to 154 and chase a big fight. So I don't know if by that time.
It depends on the time span. So if we talking like a 3-year span, like could Boots make 147 for the next 3 years? I could see that. Could I see Devin moving up to 147 the next 3 years? That's very possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
it is.
that's not far fetched. That's not far fetched at all.
Yeah, but you know,
a wider Devin Haney would be funny. Yeah, I said a wider Devin Haney would be funny. He don't have this slender build this whole time. But when he go to like 147 and balloons up to like 147, and then they hydrate to like 165, 170 and stuff, that'll be something to see right there.
I'm curious. That's another reason why I want to see Devin move up. I'm curious to see his frame all the way filled out. You see what I'm saying? I want to see what type of fighter he would be with a full frame and all his muscles. Because I was trying to explain to somebody, bro. I was explaining this to my friend, bro. I think I said this already, but I was trying to explain that by when Devin cutting his weight, most people think weight is just mass, but they not, mass is bone density, muscle, and fat. That's what equates mass, right? So what people don't understand though is Devin can't cut bone. He can cut the fat, but Devin not fat to begin with. He a naturally slim dude. He don't have a lot of fat to cut to begin with, so he cutting muscle. So when he cutting all his muscle, bro, and then he got to rehydrate the night before the fight, he cannot gain all that muscle back overnight. That's what people not realizing, bro. So when people say Devin don't have punching power or he's punch resistant, because you can see he do when he get hit, he looks shaky, bro. People not taking to account that he is not getting none of that muscle back that he cut to make the fight. He not getting it back.
Yep. That's another reason why he probably should move up to 140. Like I say, he's punch resistant. The power might be better at 140. You know, that might be one of the reasons, or many reasons why he move up to 140.
We've seen what little dudes look like when they get up there and weight. We've seen Prince Nazim. He look like a heavyweight now. You know what I'm saying?
Either you can crack or you don't, bro. Like Devin started out at what, 126?
No, he's been at 135, ain't he? Because he's been at 135 the whole time. Since he was 16.
He's been at 135 the whole time, bro. Like either you got power, like either you got it or you don't. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like and granted, like man strength is the thing. I just think Devin ain't. He's not a puncher. He's a boxer. You know what I mean?
Right.
If the knockout's there, then it's there. You know what I mean? But he hasn't had a knockout in numerous years. Like he's not a knockout artist. He's a boxer.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
cool. Like
I'm not saying he's gonna turn into a knockout artist, brother. But what I do as a Haney fan, what I seen for the first time ever since I've been watching Devin, I watched Devin Haney gas for the first time, and that's the first time I thought Devin Haney actually looked weak. Like he looked like a weak guy. He looked weak.
Indeed, I agree. Like he's always been in top-notch condition. You know what I mean? Like I've never seen him gas until this fight. I can agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
I just say that in saying, Devin, you gotta watch your mouth, bro. You know what I'm saying? Devin and Bill, y'all gotta watch your mouth, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause Tank on y'all ass, and y'all got some decisions to make. And at this point, bro, the pressure on y'all, bro, y'all done jumped y'all ass in the pot that's boiling now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't jump your ass in the pot that's boiling right now, so y'all niggas gotta make a decision, bro. So you either gonna have to shut up or sign the contract that Tank gonna offer you.
I think at this point, Devin's starting to realize too that he need to start talking more for himself. Because what I notice is Devin is more cerebral than Bill, bro. Bill will say anything in that moment, depending on how you make him feel, and then they got to face the backlash for it.
Yep,
bro. I heard H Money call Bill 37 bitch ass niggas, bro. In a row.
He be coming up. Hey, I let him up, man. He be going in, man. I was like, what is going on?
I heard H Money call Bill. That nigga sound like Bone Thug saying bitch ass nigga, bro. Like I no lie. Like talking crazy to Bill Haney. I was like, wow, my jaw dropped. You know what I mean? But I
don't understand it.
That should be funny sometimes, man. Sometimes I can't do it. But this
I'm talking about, man, he be going in, bro. I let him up for 1 second, bro. He went at King Judah, like, motherfucker, pick it up. I said, well, wait a minute. We ain't gonna disrespect. Well, he was talking about Devin, though. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't talking about King Judah. I was just like, what's up with this dude? The energy, bro.
I never heard him talk crazy about King
Judah. The reason is, Paul, because I done been on his channel before and I done went at him on his own shit. That's why he don't like me. But, I go at all them niggas, man. Southpaw TV, I done went at his ass too. Cause my thing, like I said, y'all know they got plenty of Tank fans and Shakur fans that got channels, bro. And I'm not gonna come there and disrespect you just because you a fan of them. It's when you throwing shade at Devin Haney for no reason, my nigga, like on some, you can't even tell me why you don't like him. That's when I'm gonna get on your ass, but you don't even have a reason not to like him. You just don't. So that make me not like you.
Oh yeah, I saw that Southpaw. He be doing some crazy shit, man.
That nigga H Money talked to Bill Haney like Biggie verse on Notorious Thugs, bro. It was just all bitch ass nigga. You scared of Shakur? And it was like a hook, bro. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, I heard he did his little spiel over here with that bitch ass nigga stuff. You know, I was just like, bro, that's like unnecessary, bro. I know you're the hype man. You know, you're the man. You know, but y'all just chill out, bro. It's like,
It's a little too much, bro.
What's going on, Robert Lee Jones? Yeah, it's just you know what I'm saying, you know, but I mean it definitely hyped things up for a second while he was here. But that Southpaw dude, man, I mean the way he be talking sometimes, bro. He be on some personal, some crazy stuff, man. I know they got big channels and I know they need to keep that's the problem. See, that's why I don't care about getting big, because I just like to talk boxing. I don't want to have to do all the sensationalized stuff, you know, because I gotta keep up, you know what I'm saying, my numbers and stay in the algorithm. And
You got your integrity. You can go to sleep with your integrity intact, knowing you ain't comfortable.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
That's
So, you know, I love to stay small. You know, I don't want to have to keep up or make up, you know, all kind of controversy and shit like that, you know, just to stay relevant, you know, and mistreat people.
The sad thing is, though, Paul, you supposed to be way bigger than you are. That's the crazy thing about it, bro. It's like with this YouTube stuff, it's crazy the people that actually blow. I'm gonna tell y'all something I noticed, bro. This not no hating shit or nothing. This me keeping it real with the fellas on the panel, bro. What I noticed since I started doing content, the guys that I see with the most followers are the ones that abuse their own fan base the most. I hear people calling their own fans stupid, you this and you that, you motherfuckers this, you motherfuckers that. Them the niggas that got 100,000s of subscribers. I ain't talking about trolls. I'm talking about their main fan base. They'll go with their main fan base like that, and that's the niggas that got all the followers. The shit is beyond me.
Yeah, because you know people love that drama. They love that negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they like to, you know, when you act out a character, you know, they want to be entertained. You know what I'm saying? When you know this boxing is entertaining enough. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. It's just like it's crazy. I don't be paying attention to them niggas anyway. You know what I'm saying? I just deal in my own little world. You know, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because this YouTube stuff is crazy, man. All the beefs and everybody want to be better than the next guy.
I niggas a beef over YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas throwing like claiming games and shit, and like that shit's weird, man. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
like,
you know they'll dig into your life. You know what I'm saying? Like really try to, you know what I'm saying, mess up what you got going on, you know what I'm saying, in the real world. So some of this stuff is wild. I say I ain't got time for it. You know. But you know what I'm saying, we've been on for 2 hours and 46 minutes. We're gonna come back tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And y'all join me, you know what I'm saying? We'll be back and we'll cover some more boxing news. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys come back around and join me. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I don't get a load in. I have to take off. But I'll put it out there and let y'all know. I'll probably be back same time tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And
All right,
that'll work.
all right, man. Salute to the panel, man.
Appreciate you having the show, Paul.
Guys holding me down. You know what I'm saying? King Judah, everybody. DJ Charm, Black Charm, everybody. JB Sports, you know what I'm saying? And Rome, I don't know if that's your government name, so I ain't gonna call it.
Nah, that's my government. Y'all see the logo, bro. Like, yo, subscribe to the Melvin Ed podcast, bro. We on every Wednesday. Check us out. We you know what I mean? We on some man shit. You know what I mean? Outside the boxing, we talk about life and everything else going on, man. So like, yo,
Oh, that's what's up. I need to come over there and see what y'all talking about.
Nah, yo, holla at us, bro. I'm telling you, like we where it's at. So you know what I mean? I definitely gonna pull up tomorrow, man. Y'all appreciate everybody on the panel. Yo, salute to y'all. You know what I mean? Holla at y'all tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All right. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
All right, peace.